Yes, my people. It's your boy Kizzy Talk Sports. You can call me Kizzy. And listen, we're back with another episode of All Bleed Red, episode 4. You get me? Listen, if you're just putting up now, smash the likes on the way in, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff. Listen, obviously, bit of a different one today. You get me? Obviously, if MIDO does pull up, it'll be at some point later on in the show. So obviously, what better than to get someone on that's been on before? You get me? Obviously, no ties to Liverpool, Manchester United, or Arsenal, but he's a very well-respected member of the community. You get me? Big up my boy Harry.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I could barely hear you, mate. I can't lie.
Can't hear me.
Now, one sec. You know what I'll do? I'll join my phone. One sec. One sec.
Boy, we're having technical difficulties already, but I listen. Big up my brother Godfrey, and I listen. Big up Godfrey every time. You get me? Man said Prem and NBA champion. You get me? The Knicks and the Gunners are coming different. You know, like that. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. I listen. I can't lie. Big up the Knicks every single time though, because I see the Knicks and Arsenal got quite a few connections. You get me? Rotted. What's going on here? 2 seconds. Let me sort my mic out. Can you hear me now? What's going on here? Give me 2 seconds. Shit, boy. What about now? Can you hear me now? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Alright, cool. My mic must have been down, man. Fucking hell. We ain't started off well. But listen, anyway, KJ's gonna be here soon. You get me? We're gonna get into a couple transfer talks. You get me? Talk about the World Cup, what we think of it so far, and obviously the games to come. Let's see if it's working for Harry now, man.
Yeah, man, it is.
Yeah, listen, my mic, man, playing with me. That's what I can't lie, man. What are you saying anyway, my bro? What's going on?
To be fair, not much, mate. I can't lie. I haven't really watched the World Cup. I'll be honest. I just ain't. It's just not. Don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is. Just not.
Do you know what? I can't even lie to you, yeah. Obviously, I told the community my plan is to try and watch every World Cup game, but bro, I'll be real. Old age is killing me, mate. You know what I mean? It's literally that. Some of these games, the times, ridiculous. I tried to stay up for the Scotland game yesterday. 5 minutes into the game, I fell asleep. You know what I mean? It's jarring, man. I can't lie. And then, obviously, I see. Let's get into this Turkey game. Obviously, I didn't watch it, but Australia beating Turkey 2-0 in the opening fixture. When I woke up this morning, I can't lie, I was shocked because I'm thinking Gule, Çalhanoğlu, Yildiz, surely they'll do the business against Australia. But listen, this is what the World Cup's about, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if you turn up and you give maximum effort, these are the type of rewards you get. You know what I mean? Australia coming out of the game as 2-0 winners. What do you reckon, man? Obviously, I know you said you ain't watched much of the World Cup, but that's a big result there.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I'm actually just looking currently at the team, both teams now, and I can't lie. There's no one in that Australia team really that I really know. I've got to be honest. There's that Harry Suter I do know. That Matt Ryan on the bench used to play for Brighton. Other than
You
that,
at Arsenal as well.
yeah, and Arsenal, yeah, good point there. But other than that, looking at Turkey team, like you say, a bit surprised that they've got beat there, but just shows of the magic of the World Cup. And yeah, it'd be interesting how that group does now in Group D. So
who's in that group again?
USA, Australia, Turkey, and Paraguay.
Ooh. I can't lie. At the start of the tournament, I had Turkey to top that group, but obviously I know it's only game week 1 or match day 1, should I say? But from what I've seen, USA got off to a brilliant start, man. I can't lie to you. I mean, yeah, look, I'm not watching these games that are at 3 a.m. Man's got to see. It's literally that, Godfrey. Do you get me? Like, bro, some of the times on these games are ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah. If my body could do it, I would do it. You know what I mean? But there comes a time where man just got to go to sleep, lad. It's literally that. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally that. But no, yeah, man. Obviously, Switzerland dropped points against Qatar yesterday. I actually watched that game. And listen, if any other team plays that game is 6, 7, 8. I've never known a striker to be so shit for their club team, but every time the tournaments come around, like Euros, World Cup, this Embolo, he just turns into a different type of character. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But even that wasn't enough yesterday. He had more than one chance. Obviously, I know he scored the penalty, which we'll get into, because from what I see, to me, that's an offside. Yeah? How that goal stood, I will never know. For me, that's an offside. The fact that they didn't show the lines tells me that they've got something wrong on their end, innit? Because to the viewer's eye, it looked like an offside. How they did not get offside from that action of play, I will never know. But obviously, Switzerland went 1-0 up, had bundles of chances, bundles and bundles of chances. But, you know, they say, innit, if you don't take your chances, you'll pay for it in the end. You know what I mean? No matter what team you play, whether it's a top team or a semi-shit team or a shit team. You know what I'm saying? If you do not take your chances, all it takes is one chance, and that's it. And that's exactly what happened. Qatar, you got to give it to Qatar, to be fair. They was under the cosh for most of the game. They stuck in there. Do you know what I mean? Defensively resolute. They done their job, innit? And in the end, they nicked a point. They nicked a point. But listen, yeah, man. Obviously, I can't lie to you. I was expecting more. World Cup has actually generally been that bad, man. I'll be honest. I was expecting a bit worse.
Really?
Yeah. Because listen, this game here now, I got the Germany game on behind the PC, yeah? And obviously this game's 5-1. But I don't think this is a 5-1 game. Like, don't get me wrong, Germany have had plenty of chances, but Curacao, they was well in the game at the start of the game. You know what I'm saying? They was well in the game. And to be fair, 5-1 probably, don't get me wrong, it's probably the right result. But I think with some better players and probably a bit more experience, I don't think this is a 5-1 game. I think they'll get a win somewhere. I don't know who else is in that group. I forgot who else is in that group. But from what I've seen in the first 25 minutes from Curacao, they'll definitely give as good as they get. You know what I mean? A lot of these teams as well.
They've got a couple of good players, to be fair. Well, I say a couple of good. Like Tae Chong, he hasn't been really good the last couple of seasons at the clubs he's been at. But he's got experience, obviously being at United, Birmingham City and teams like that. Obviously, he's played for Luton as well in the Premier League. So he's got that experience, even though he hasn't been that great overall. But he's got that. He got Juninho Bacuna as well, former Birmingham City player. And then he got his brother actually plays with him as well, Leandro Bacuna. So there is experience there, but I don't really expect them to go through. Like, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't think they'll go through. I don't think they'll go through. But look, Godfrey says Curacao ain't beating Ecuador and Ivory Coast. It's over for them. Listen, at the end of the day, from what I see in the first 25 minutes of this game, if they can make Germany nervous, then they can make Ecuador and Ivory Coast nervous. That's the way I look at it, yeah? And the difference between Ivory Coast and Ecuador compared to Germany is they don't possess the firepower that Germany possess on the pitch and on the bench. Do you get me? So in terms of that, don't get me wrong, they probably won't beat these sides, but it'll be more of a level playing field. Do you get me? They'll have more of a chance of getting something over Ecuador and Ivory Coast than they ever will Germany. Do you understand? And that's just the facts.
For me, anyway. Big up Nems every time in the chat. That's my brother there. Big him up every single time, the little madman, bruv. You get me? Big up Nems every time. But no, yeah. Obviously, England play Wednesday. The next time this show comes on, it'll be next Sunday. So we'll probably have to wait until next Sunday to go over the game. But obviously, I know you said you ain't been watching the World Cup, but what do you want to see from England?
Intensity right from the off. Make a statement. And yeah, just show what we can do. If we're at it, we can, we could. I know I've said I don't think we will win it, but if we're at it and certain players are at it, that we need to have been at it for the whole tournament, in my opinion, for us to have a chance of winning it, then you never know. Like I say, I expect us, Croatia, they're not as good as they used to be, in my personal opinion. And we need to make account of ourselves, like I say.
No, yeah, fairs. 6-1. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, that game is definitely over now. Undav, 6-1. Yeah, so going back to England, give me your starting 11 for that game.
Jeez. He plays forward at the back, doesn't he? Tuchel.
Well, what would you like to see? And what? So, all right, cool. Give me what you would like to see, and then give me what you think it's going to be.
God. Pickford in goal.
Which one's this? The one you'd like to see, or the one you think is going to be?
Like to see, I'll probably say.
All right, cool.
O'Reilly left back. Gahey, and then it's whoever with him in it. Oh, I don't know about that. Probably Stones with him. Right back. Who are the right back options in? I forgot. Obviously, you got Spence. There's Reece James.
What a donut, honestly. What a donut. Go on, yeah. So go on.
Yeah, who else is the right backs? I've completely forgot. That's how much
you got Livramento, you got Reece James, you got Jed Spence.
So I can't lie. I put Livramento there. I'll be honest. Midfield, probably Declan Rice, 100% has to start. For me, he's actually, you know what? Other than Jude Bellingham, for me, he's probably the most. Well, actually, you know what? He's actually probably the most important player in this team, in this World Cup, Declan Rice. Elliot Anderson with him. If Jude is fit enough, then I'd put him in as well. Then it's like wingers, isn't it? I mean, up front, Harry Kane. The wingers, a bit like, I'm not sure. Probably Morgan Rogers. And you know what? Rashford. I think he needs to make a point for himself as well. Why he needs, not just for England, but, with his career going forward as well. I'll be honest, mate. The team I think he'll play, I've got no idea. I can't lie.
Well, I can't lie. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go Pickford in goal. Probably James right back. Concert. Ooh. I got a feeling. I can't lie to you. I think just for that experience, especially against the top sides, I think he'll go John Stones and Gahey in it. I don't think he's fully committed to Konsa in terms of. I don't think he trusts him in them big games. You know what I'm saying? I think with John Stones and Gahey, you've got more of a. You've got experience in there, but you've also got a player that's. Well, this would be Gahey's first World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Gahey's first World Cup. He didn't go to 2022.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
So it'd be his first World Cup. But the difference between Gahey and Konsa, for me, is Gahey looks like he's been playing for 10, 15 years. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, obviously, I'm not saying he's a world-class defender or whatever else, but he's steady. You know what I mean? He's steady. Like, you can rely on Mark Gahey. He's one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? If you throw him in at the deep end, like, he gives me the vibe of, say if he was out from an ACL, you know what I mean? Like a Timber was, yeah? Gone for ages. Mark Gahey is the type of guy for me that will come straight back into the team and give you a flawless performance. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think he can be counted on in any moment, innit? So I think, for me, I think Tuchel's going to go Stones and Gahey, innit? But for me, I personally would probably go with Konsa and Gahey, even though it's not the experienced partnership. But I think the one thing with Konsa and Gahey that allows England to do is actually push up the pitch against these tougher sides. Because if you play Stones in there, you're going to have to drop that line a couple yards. You know what I'm saying? Because the legs, they're not there no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's one of them ones where if you play with Konsa, I think you can take that line up a couple yards. If you play with Stones, you're going to have to drop the line a couple of yards, innit? So I think he'll go with Stones, but I would play Konsa. Then at left back, I think the left back position picks itself, innit? I think Nico O'Reilly, he's going to play in there, you know what I mean? Right now, I don't think there's a better left back in England, if I'm being completely honest. I know people talk about Lewis Hall. I know people were talking about Lewis Skelly and whatever else, but right now I think Nico O'Reilly is at the top of his game, innit? So it's a no-brainer for me. Then I'm going with Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice double pivot, because I know it's only Costa Rica, but that game the other day, there was a beautiful balance between him and Declan Rice. Like, I don't know if you watched the game, but Declan Rice just he had the license to do whatever he wanted to do. You know what I mean? If he wanted to press high, he could press high. If he wanted to go and drop deep, he would. And I think Anderson, obviously, a lot of people are saying he's not worth this, he's not worth that. I think he's going to be a top player. I think he's a top player already, but I think he's going to be a top player. And I think that base there of him and Declan Rice could be what actually wins England the tournament. That's my personal opinion. I think that double pivot of him and Declan Rice could be the spearhead to what England achieve, innit? And then for me, in the 10, I'll be going Jude Bellingham, innit? It's as simple as that. Especially if you're gonna allow Harry Kane to drop into the pockets, spray balls from deep. Like I said before, there ain't a box crasher like Jude Bellingham in world football. He's elite. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of crashing the box, yeah? So you got to be playing him in there. And then obviously Saka, I've been hearing a load of noise about Saka's not fully fit or whatever. For me, if Saka doesn't start, I would probably play Rashford or Gordon off the left, innit? So one of them on the left, off the right. I think if Rashford starts on the left and Saka don't start, Gordon starts on the right for me, innit? Because I can't trust Madueke, and he plays for my club. You know what I mean? If you know me, then you know my opinion on Noni, innit? And my opinion on Noni is he does everything but the execution. You know what I mean? And I think that's a real problem, innit? Because normally you've got a player that does nothing but then gets to the execution and can finish. But when you've got a man that can do it all and then gets to the execution and fucks it up, that's a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a problem. And in big moments, you can't be counted on, bro. It's as simple as that. That's the way I see it anyway. And then obviously the number 9 picks itself. But yeah, man, I think England, it's a tough game to start with. You know what I mean? Croatia is a tough game. Ghana, Panama, and whatnot. But listen, I think we get the job done, man. I don't see any big glaring holes in our squad. I think he picked a good 26-man squad. And at the end of the day, we should be getting to at least the quarterfinals, bro. At least. Do you understand? That's the way I see it. Yeah. With the manager, with the squad, this squad should be getting at least quarterfinals. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Obviously, I know you thought that we ain't gonna do it. You don't think we'll win it. I don't know where you think we'll get, but I expect at least quarterfinals, man. At least.
I think what I will say is if we do get to final, whatever, it'll be down to individual players like Mark Gahey, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Harry Kane. They're like the standouts for me, and Jordan Pickford. They're the standouts for me.
Jordan Pickford normally turns up for England, I'll be real. So it's not a wild shout.
But I think we'll get knocked out at the quarterfinals. That's what I do think.
But who do you reckon knocks us out?
Jeez, that's a good question. Is there certain like teams who could possibly be playing or not?
I think it all comes down to obviously the positionings, isn't it? Where they finish in the group.
Mm.
Let me just check now, actually. 2 seconds. Oh my god, it's 7-1. Fuck me. 7-1. Germany 7-1. They were my dark horses as well, Germany. Don't get me wrong, I take nothing from this result though. They're playing Curacao, do you know what I'm saying? They're not playing anyone worth thinking, oh my god, they smashed them 7-1. But 7-1, it's never nice. You know what I mean? It's never nice. Jesus Christ. 2 seconds. Let me get it up here. So
I do think
I don't know how it works, but surely it'd be Group J, K, L, I all face up. Listen, I don't know how it works, but at the end of the day, yeah. Who do you reckon England get knocked out by? If we are to get knocked out.
Maybe the Netherlands or something like that.
I don't know, man. Obviously, the Netherlands are a good side, but I don't think they are what they used to be.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are what they used to be, but they were like. What I will say is I know it's a bit of an analogy to use, but you know have you ever watched Gary Neville when he says they work like dogs? Like
yeah.
That's what they work like, Netherlands, and I think that's what could give them a chance. I don't think they'll win it like the tournament, but they could go far on that basis potentially. To be fair, but I also think Saka's important as well. I to be honest, you know what? My mind completely went. I completely forgot to put him in my starting 11. Forgot he was even at the World Cup. I know obviously he was going, but my mind's like all over the place. I forgot he was even there. But yeah, he's important, big time as well.
No, he's definitely important. He's definitely important. I just don't know how many minutes he'll get. Because like Godfrey put up in the chat here earlier. He says, did you see that Saka clip? Man can't run, Kizzy. It's dark. Listen, I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's been circulating around online. For me, obviously, people are saying he don't look like he's running too well. If you know football, it's a warm down, isn't it? Yeah? It's a warm down. That's what happens after the football match. When players play, they do their runs after the game. And I'm not saying that he should be running like a madman, but I wouldn't take too much from that running. He's running back and forth. Who really wants to be running after they've just been running in the game? Do you know what I'm saying? As well as the weather conditions to go with it. But at the same time, I do know that he is injured. You know what I'm saying? He's been carrying an Achilles injury for a little while now. Even when he come back to play for Arsenal towards the back end of the season, you could tell he wasn't fully fit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he wasn't fully fit. And obviously, he's playing through the pain. But that's what top players do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what top players do, innit? No guy is going to want to sit on the sidelines and watch his team go through the trenches if he knows that whether it took a jab or whatever to get him out there, he could be out there. Unless he's broke something in his body, every player is going to want to be out there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It doesn't matter who you are. So don't get me wrong. For me, he probably shouldn't have gone to the World Cup, innit? That's how I see it. He probably shouldn't have gone to the World Cup. But at the same time, you need to remember, it's the player that also declares himself a selection. So if he's been selected by Thomas Tuchel, yeah, he could easily say, listen, my body's not at it. I need the rest time. I don't want to go. But with him being a top professional, he's been selected. He's going to want to go. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's as simple as that. But, yeah, listen, it's cool anyway, bro. But listen, yeah, I don't know if you watched the Brazil game. Did you catch any of the Brazil game?
Do you know what? I actually watched the boxing instead, mate. That's how I'm not asked about this World Cup, man. But I did see like the highlights and stuff like that. And I mean, I actually predicted, didn't I? I thought Morocco might win. I thought I had a feeling Brazil wouldn't win. I thought it'd be like it was a draw, Morocco win. I didn't say Morocco win, like I say. So, but that is interesting, to be fair. I mean, like, to be honest, I use the analogy work like dogs for Netherlands. I think, to be honest, Morocco, that's what they're like, big time. I think they could have a really good tournament. I really do. And that draw against Brazil it's a good result overall, to be fair, and shows they can, they could be at it again in this tournament.
I mean, I watched the game, and if I'm being completely honest, obviously, if you watch my content, if you know me as a person, and you know what I think of Gabriel Magalhaes in it, yeah, he's a dog, he's a beast. But yesterday, probably one of the worst games I've seen him have in a long time. I'm not even joking, and that's just me with my football cap on. You know what I'm saying? He's not in an Arsenal shirt no more. He's playing for Brazil, so I can only go off what I see, and I have to be honest. And yesterday, for me, Gabriel Magalhaes had a complete stinker. A stinker. Don't get me wrong. In certain moments, he done what Gabriel Magalhaes does. But for the goal that Morocco scored, the guy's in no man's land. A few times he got spun. I was just looking at him and saying, like, yo, like, does Saliba really bring your game up to an elite level? Because I watched that game yesterday and he looked absolutely dreadful. He looked absolutely dreadful in it, yeah? And for me, don't get me wrong, Brazil, they got brilliant players, yeah? They got brilliant players. We know this. They got brilliant players. It's Brazil. But as a collective, as a team, they've still got big problems. Big problems. I think yesterday, Bruno Gomes and Casemiro, they was getting run all over, mate. Run all over, you know what I'm saying? Them neat passes, them triangles from Morocco, they were just killing them. They were killing them. And listen, Morocco, for me, from that game that I watched yesterday, they're going to go far again. They will go deep into the competition again, innit? Whether they get to the semi-finals or not, I don't know. But they're going deep into the competition, 100%. I think they'll make the last 8. Whether they make the last 4 or not, I don't know. But they'll definitely make the last 8.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, I mean, with Gabriel, yeah. So, with Gabriel, to be I know it's not really an excuse, he's a professional footballer, but he has played a lot of football this season. And he could be knackered, to be fair, from the season.
Do you know what, yeah? The only reason why I won't say, like, yeah, I agree with you is because if that was someone else's player and they've been putting in that performance, whether they've played over 60 games or whatever, I'll be giving the geezer an absolute rollicking, innit? So I have to keep the standards the same, whether it's my player or not. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you played shit, I'm going to say you played shit. I can't give you a bye because you played for Arsenal and you played 60 games. It don't work like that. Because most of these players that have gone to the World Cup have played a vast amount of games. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of these guys have played a lot of football. So you can't really, it can't be one rule for one guy and another rule for another guy. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I just think Gabriel Magalhaes has got to do better. But I can't lie. Yesterday, I really enjoyed watching Vinny Jr. in it. And it's not even just the fact of what he was doing on the ball. It was more of what he was doing off the ball. Yesterday, I watched the guy actually work hard for his team. Yesterday, he actually realized that, hold on a second, if I don't do something in this game, ain't no one doing nothing in this game. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you could actually see in it, like, every time he got on the ball, the Brazilian fans, yeah, it was like Ronaldo or something was on the ball. Like, I'm not even joking. They know that guy is the guy that's going to be the difference between them going far and not going far. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's literally that, because when Rafinha was getting on the ball, don't get me wrong, the Brazilian crowd, they're all cheering their players or whatever. But when Vinny got on the ball, there was a different type of noise in the crowd, that they really believed that this guy could take the team on their back, put his team on his back and go and do the business. And obviously the game finished 1-1, but I thought Vinny Jr. was brilliant yesterday. I thought Igor Thiago absolutely stunk the gaff out. And I remember KJ telling me the other day that that this season was just a one-off season. And I can't lie, it might be. I'm not even going to lie to you, because especially over the last couple of months, towards the back end of the season, he looked absolutely terrible. The ball was bouncing off him. He couldn't finish. Some of the touches that he was taking in pivotal moments were just off. Like, I don't know what happened, but yesterday, obviously, I thought he'd start with Igor Thiago, and he did. But Igor Thiago literally offered nothing. If anything, he was a negative for Brazil yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get up the pitch, and they can't get up the pitch. Igor Thiago can't hold up the ball. They was in a sticky situation. But to be fair, I think both sides, considering the way Morocco played and the way that Brazil played, I think both teams will probably take the draw in it and move on. But listen, we're 32 minutes into the stream. Smash the likes. Oi, 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 oi. Yeah, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, do all of that good stuff. Listen, big up KJ every time. What are you saying, bro?
Come on, man. What are you saying? Finally, it wants to sit straight.
Huh?
I said, what are you telling me? Finally, the stand wants to sit straight. I've been here just...
Listen, we've just been chopping it up about the World Cup, man.
I've been listening.
What do you think? Huh?
I've been listening.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, from what you've seen over the last couple of days, chat to me. We want to know what you're saying, innit?
Oh, all right. Where do I start? Want to go opening day, Mexico. They look good still. Can't lie. I mean, big up Godfrey. Come on, my bro. There's only so far they can go, though. And why I say that is because I feel like their midfield is a bit open. And had that been better opposition, I felt like they would have got caused more problems. But they're ones to watch still. I can't even lie. I'll keep it up. What they look organized, and that's the thing about it. Teams are going to set up in an organized way, and that's going to be hard to break down, as we've saw so far this tournament. Next up,
Quinones, by the way, he
was feeling himself.
He scored like 33 goals for Al KIZZY, yeah, but do you know when I realized that, hold on a second, these men are really violating in this game? As soon as they scored the first goal, yeah, every chance that they got to shoot from distance, they were trying to slap it 35, 40 yards. They absolutely did not rate that keeper. That keeper, yeah, Nems told me before the game that the keeper is one to watch out for. Apparently, he's one of their better players. That keeper is fucking shit, yeah? That keeper is shit, bro. And listen, yeah,
man can't really blame
my
the
ones.
keeper.
Obviously, I know you see this. I know you can see it. But what did I tell you about these IC3 keepers? Huh? What did I tell you about these IC3 keepers? It's not good for the game. Yeah, we are not goalkeepers. We are wingers. We are strikers. We are technical ballers. Ask Andre Onana. Yeah, we are not goalkeepers. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So obviously, listen. Obviously, Mexico, they put up a good performance. But I do also believe, KJ, that Mexico were very wasteful, bro. They were very wasteful.
Yeah.
You get me? Very, very wasteful. And don't get me wrong. I know, obviously, people say that they got a good contingent. They're structured well. But I just don't see enough firepower in that team to get them through to the latter stages of the competition. Like, don't get me wrong. I know they got Raul Jimenez, they got Quinones, they got that Vega coming off the bench, but that's still not enough. you understand? Especially when you're coming up against these better nations they've got elite front threes, and then they're bringing off semi-class front threes off the bench. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's literally that. So don't get me wrong. They'll give as good as they get, but I do think well, they got Canada and Bosnia in their group, innit?
No,
They'll get out of that group easy, bro. Listen, I watched that Canada and Bosnia game. Canada are trash. Canada are trash.
they ain't.
Canada are lively, bro.
They got South Korea, Czech Republic, and South Africa.
Who?
Oh yeah, they weren't gonna have Canada because they're.
Right, we're on about Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ain't got Canada in their group.
So who have they got?
Korea, South Korea, and Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, South Korea looked good. I can't lie. I see the little highlights of the South Korea goal. Hey, that goal that he scored was a quality goal. I can't lie. That little chop and the scoop over the keeper. That was a very nice goal. But yeah, man. Listen, Mexico should top that group, but I don't think they will. I think South Korea might top that group. Huh?
Yeah.
I think South Korea will top that group.
Son looked lively as well, you know, from the bits that I saw, bro. Listen, you'd think going to the MLS, after Spurs sold him, he looked like he was getting slower, but from what I saw from the highlights, I know they're only little clips. Obviously, I fell asleep when that game was on, but bro, he looked sharp. He looked real sharp. He looked like he lost a bit of timber as well. I can't even lie to you, bro. He looked like he lost a bit of weight. He looked lively. Listen, at the end of the day, I see they brought on that kid. What's his name?
Mora.
Is it like Mora?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chat to me about this Mora, you, because obviously I've heard a little bit about him, but I don't know too much. I know you said you know about him, so chat to me about him, man.
To be fair, there weren't really much to rant and rave about because one, don't think he had that much game time, and then two, when he did get on, didn't really see much of the ball. Few little nice tidy passes, things like that. I think as the tournament goes on, if Mexico seem to go deeper into the tournament, I feel like he'll have more of a chance to shine, type thing, and we'll see more of him. But still one to watch. Like I says, still one to watch. Tidy moments. It's about making names for themselves in the World Cup, innit? So we'll just have to see.
Who's been your favorite watch so far, then?
Favorite watch? I don't know, because the smaller teams or the lesser nations, you could say, have been playing all right.
USA.
Yeah, but that was against a weakened Paraguay team. I'm not just saying it was Paraguay, because they arguably beat Brazil and Argentina to qualify. So it was just one that had injuries to their key men in it, few key men. So with that saying, I don't know. I'd like to. I think they can hang though. I think they can actually probably. This side could probably compete, or at least attempt to. They can hold their own. Canada though, man. I'll be honest. So far, I like what I saw from Canada still.
You like what you saw?
I
Brother,
like rock and roll football, bro. You know.
listen to me, yeah? Listen to me. I'll tell you this now. The only thing that I took from that Canada game that I liked, yeah, bro, that Ahmed you that come on the right wing, bro. He just reminded me of all the Somali ballers that I used to play with when that man lived in the ends, bro, and I went to school, bro. Big man ting. These Somali youths, bro, the feet of bricks is mad. You get me? The ball, the close control, the technique is mad. And the way he was sending that left back, bro, man was doing a little like he was going right and kept taking it left, bro. I said, nah, bro. I said, nah.
I said, Abdi Shuffle was inherited, man.
Huh?
The Abdi Shuffle was inherited.
Yo, Abdi Shuffle, you get me? It's literally that. Yo, it's literally the Abdi Shuffle. The way my man was jerking him, I said, no way, bro. It's like, you know, when I'm watching it, I'm saying to myself, how the fuck is this shoot not starting? Big man ting. Because when I preyed it, yeah, the man that come on the pitch were better than the man that he took off. Jonathan David, absolute scrub. Yeah, Who said it there? Who said it? Was it Godfrey? Brother, this Jonathan David is a scrub. I'm telling you now. Fabrizio Romano has given this brother a career. Yeah? He's given him a career because I'm telling you now, Fabrizio Romano has gassed this you up for so many years, yeah? He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that.
Nah,
this
it's
you
not
is
Fabrizio,
shit.
man. You know what gassed it up? His stats in League for Lille. That's what gassed him up. That's what then made Fabrizio start gassing him up.
Well, brother,
I've been
stop gassing
telling
him,
man
innit?
from
Stop
then
gassing him because
dead
he's
food.
dead. He is dead, bro. Yeah, because that Larin from Southampton, obviously he had the first half of his season was stinky. If I'm not mistaken, he was at is it Mallorca that they got him on loan from? I think it was Mallorca that they signed him on loan from Southampton. And obviously he's gone to Southampton in the second part of the season. And he's been one of their top players. You get me? And man come on the pitch, and I think it was his first touch. Brother, listen, Jonathan David's chance that he had to score was 10 times easier than this Larin's goal, bro. Because my man's taking it, my man's had to control it while turning and still get a finish, like to still get the finish off. I watched the game and I said to myself, Jesse Marsh, what are you watching that makes you believe that this Larin guy should not be starting? Yeah? Obviously, they brought in that Promise David. I know he plays for Union Saint-Gilloise or whatever they are in Belgium, yeah? He had a good season. But, bro, this Larin, he is a finisher. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know them instinctive finishers? Man don't even need to know where the goal is. Just give me the ball in an 18-yard box, yeah? Touch, bang. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There is no thought process. You know what I mean? You either got it or you ain't. And that Larin's got it. So, obviously, if they're going to do anything, for me, Larin has to start because Jonathan David is shit, bro. He is shit. And I don't know where Alphonso Davies was. I think he might be injured. I don't know. I think he has gone to the World Cup, but they're nothing without Alphonso. I'll be so real, innit? Obviously, they got a midfielder in there. What's his name? He played well. Kone.
Oh,
They got a midfielder in there, Canadian, but a Kone. He looked good. I'm not gonna lie. But I can't lie, the best performance for me so far in this World Cup, and Arsenal have been linked with him. We've been linked with him for a minute. But Ayoub Bouadi, Morocco yesterday against Brazil. Listen,
I was gonna say that,
bro. This brother had this Brazilian midfield looking like complete bin juice. Real talk. Bruno Gomes in there, Paqueta in there, Casemiro. This brother at 19 years old ran the game yesterday. He ran the game. Yeah. Obviously, Arsenal were interested in him. Would I have him? Of course. Do I see a place where he gets a bag of game time? I don't think so. But he could. But listen, I can't lie to you, man. Obviously, I got Germany on in the back here. They just come off the back of a 7-1 thumping of Curacao.
Told man about that German efficiency, man.
They're my dark horses. And to start the tournament with a 7-1 win, it's not a bad performance. But I do think the opposition is probably the reason why the scoreline is so hefty.
Yeah.
Nah, it's because they switched. It's because friggin' their manager switched up the formation second half.
Well, is this you gassing Nagelsmann again? Yeah.
No, us as Curaçao's manager changed.
I thought you were talking about Nagelsmann. I thought you were talking about Nagelsmann. My bad.
Nah,
because I know you are.
You know,
I know you're a Nagelsmann guy, innit? Huh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, so what you saying? The 7-1 got you saying like
what? Nowhere, man did the back five, well, the back three thing. I'm not even a fan of back three, but he come to the World Cup out of nowhere and says, "Yeah, I'm playing the back three," and yeah, I hear the opposition, but he didn't play the back three today. He did. He did at times. He did.
Yeah, well, technically he did, but it wasn't really a back three.
Even when Rudiger came on, it was definitely a back three.
I can't lie, I didn't really see the last 20 minutes of that game. Me and Harry was chopping it up, blood. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie. We competing for two players with Liverpool, Barcola and Bouadi. Listen, at the end of the day, I'll compete with Liverpool for Buadi, but I don't want Barcola anywhere near my fucking club. Yeah? Keep Barcola away from my club. And the noise is, apparently, from Fabrizio Romano, is PSG hold a stance of right now where Barcola's not for sale. You get me? They still rate the player. They don't want to sell him unless they can bring in another winger, which is looking like likely right now, very unlikely, because I think Leipzig are demanding 100 million for Diamande. I don't even think Liverpool want to pay that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So,
Of course we don't.
exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I don't think Barcola will actually end up leaving PSG. I think in the end, I think he stays there, unless Liverpool drop the bag for him, because I don't see Arsenal drop it. Listen, they're basically trying to say that Barcola ain't gonna go for no peanuts. If you're gonna buy Barcola with years still left on his contract, you're gonna have to pay at least, I don't know, maybe 85 to 90 million. I would not be going and I would not pay that money.
They may even want 100 million, to be fair.
Well, if Diamande is going for 100 million, then why fucking... Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Barcola, bro, honestly, the market is fucked. The market is so fucked, yeah? But at the same time, what's the point in buying Barcola for 80 million, yeah? When you could probably go and buy Kevin Schade for fucking 40 million, and it'd probably be easier for him to adapt, yeah? And he knows the league. This Barcola hype, I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I'm not one of these guys that are all on this Barcola hype train, bro. Like, I'll be real. Like, I say it all the time. This guy is Noni Madueke on the left wing, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? These players, they do everything up until the finish. They might pull a finish out of their back pocket here and there, but other than that, they're just wasteful. They're frustrating players to watch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They're frustrating to watch because how many times can you do something right, and then when it gets to the final execution, you just fuck it up? Like, it don't even make sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's why I wouldn't want Barcola. Look here, Rodgers for me, I'd be going all out for Rodgers. But I know there's people that are saying, oh, Rodgers on the left wing. Bro, in the team, the way we play, Rodgers on the left wing would be, he'd fit in like seamlessly. You get me? Because if Trossard can play on the left wing in this side, then Morgan Rodgers can play on the left wing in this side. And Morgan Rodgers is going to offer more than what Trossard could on that left-hand side in terms of out of possession. Yeah? And in possession. Because the one thing I see in Morgan Rodgers' game is he has the capability to take 3 or 4 players out of the game with the attributes that he has in terms of running at you, driving at you. You know what I'm saying? He's physical. He likes to get involved with his fullbacks or whoever he's playing up against. You get what I'm trying to say? So he'll draw you out of your position. Whereas Trossard's more of a technical guy. You know what I'm saying? He's nice, cute touches, flicks, tricks. Whereas Morgan Rodgers is more, I'd say Morgan Rodgers is more of a decisive player. You know what I'm saying? He's in your face. He wants to be going at you. Yeah, cool. He might not have blistering pace, but I do think Morgan Rodgers would be a perfect fit for Arsenal, man. Obviously, go on.
Marcus Rashford.
I'd take Rashford, but see the one thing I don't want to do, yeah? And this is where Arsenal fans, me and other Arsenal fans may not agree. I see a lot of Arsenal fans saying, oh yeah, we've won the league. We need elite this, we need elite that, we need this, that. Just look at the team that come before you. Liverpool, yeah? Liverpool won the league. They got the big jackpot. They're thinking, yo, we're going to go and drop 130 there. We're going to go and drop 115 there. We're going to go and drop 90 there. We're going to go and drop 50 there. Bro, don't get me wrong, yeah? Don't get me wrong. See, when you're making these signings, all your fan base, they're gassed. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, my God, we're spending 130. We're spending 150 million. Yo, we're moving different. Not all money is good money. Do you understand? Yeah? And when you've got a track record of necessarily buying big and it not really working out for you, yeah, just stick to what you know, bro. Do you understand? Stick to what you know. Don't get me wrong. There might be that one guy that you'll push yourself out of your comfort zone and you go and drop the bread like we did with Declan Rice. But just because we spent 100 million on Declan Rice, I wouldn't be one of these clubs to get comfortable and now we're just going to go and buy 100 million this, 100 million. Nah, man. I'd rather you go and get me 40 million players like a Solace, yeah? Obviously, I'm not saying Solace, I wanted him. I'm not saying that. But for 40 million, 24 years old, Giza coming off the back of 17 goals and 23 assists in the Belgian league, that's brilliant business. That's brilliant business. That's the way we should be moving. Because at the end of the day, I don't think we need elite talent to come through the door to enhance this team. I just think we need to play a better style of football. It's as simple as that. I don't necessarily think it's, oh my God, we need this X-rated talent, this, that. I don't think it's that. I just think we need to play a better brand of football. And when that better brand of football is played, you will see a better level from certain players that you think are shit. It's as simple as that. It's the same thing with if Odegaard is to give up the captaincy, to Declan Rice, then I would love for Odegaard to stay. I would love for him to stay. But I just can't see that happening. But for me, I wouldn't let Odegaard go. Because if we are to play a better brand of football, I think you see a better Odegaard. Do you understand? When we're playing this defensively solid and, irritating football, that don't suit your captain. Do you understand? In his first season, when we competed for the league title, he scored 15 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's shown that if you play a certain brand of football that can get him in the positions to score goals, he will score goals. But when you're playing such a negative style of football and your most creative player or whatever is getting into the box and into these positions minimal times from what he used to be, he's not going to take them chances the way he used to take them chances because these chances are not coming as regularly as what they used to. Do you understand? So now you're in a position where you might only get 2 chances a game now. You have to take them chances. Whereas the football that we were playing before, you might get 10 chances and you might just take 1 or 2. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think if we're to change our ways, and this is the thing though, will Arteta change his ways?
No.
Will Arteta change his ways? I don't know if he will.
No, he won't.
So Harry don't think he will. KJ, what do you think?
No, I agree. I don't. Well, not the Odegaard stripping captaincy thing. Like, I hear what you're saying. I felt like when Rice came in, that should have been the time to strip Odegaard from the captaincy and give it to Rice then and there. However, I can understand why he didn't. It was Rice's first season, etc., etc. He had to bed in all of that. But now, I totally agree in terms of the style of play and how managers use certain players. Not all players are as shit as they look at the end of the day. It's just how they're being utilized. Not every player fits a certain system. Not every player fits a certain style of play. Systems and style of play is 2 different things as well. Let's get that out there because there's people, well, not people in the chat, but there's people out there on the internet who can't distinguish the 2. Style of play and systems are 2 different things. Some players are suited to that. Some players ain't. Look at Martinelli, for example. Just like Odegaard, Martinelli is another prime example. We can highlight Eze from last season. Obviously, Mikel wanted to play a more pragmatic approach, and I can understand it from a systematic perspective. But at the same time, then that's taking away part of Eze's game. When over the course of the season, in moments, because he has shown it in moments and glimpses exactly what he can do. So, yeah, I feel like if this is a season to change the style of play, then, or not change the style of play, but I mean like take the handbrake off, so to speak, then I think you could possibly get Odegaard from 22-23 as well. That Odegaard still the same role, but how he's being asked to play the role is different. It's night and day. And with the current squad you have, KIZZY, I've been telling you for the last 2-3 seasons, you genuinely have the squad to play the football you played in 22-23.
Bro,
Like I
do
said,
you know what it is?
it's a mentality thing. Why he don't do that? Your defense is even better than it was back then. Like your forwards pretty much haven't changed in terms of like for like. Gyökeres, you could argue, is the only one who's different out of all the rest of the strikers he had.
No, but
He's
I
the
wanted
only
that
one.
different. Now I was asking for that different, that type of different.
Yeah,
innit?
exactly.
Because
And
I
that's what I'm
thought
saying. You compare
that
it
would
back
allow
then
us to
with
play
you.
a different way.
So, and that's what I'm saying. You compare your forward line back then to your forward line now, bar Gyökeres, it's fairly the same. So why can't he use them the same way he did then? Your defense is even more stronger than it was. Your midfield is arguably more stronger than it was. And your forward line is arguably weaker. But had you had just played the same system, you'll probably get the best out of Gyökeres now.
I do think, see, for me, obviously, the man them in the group chat, we chop it up every day in it. And I've said, for me, I feel like he played this style of football. And this is just my personal opinion, isn't it? I think he played this style of football to get it over the line. And I think now you've got it over the line, and with so much change going on around you, I think you've actually got the platform to now take risks in terms of, I know this might sound crazy to say, but with there being so much change within the top six, yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, all five other top six teams have all got new managers. Yeah. Obviously, I know Carrick come in halfway through the season, the Zerbi last 5 games, but the rest of the teams, they've all got brand new gaffers, yeah? Chelsea, new gaffer, Xabi Alonso. City, new gaffer, Maresca. Liverpool, new gaffer, Iraola, yeah? So you are now the longest serving manager in the Premier League, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're the longest serving manager in the Premier League now. So that tells me you should be the most, well, let me just say this. On paper, you should be the most consistent team out of everyone, because whether you're bringing new players or not, your core base know what the fuck you want from the get-go. So if man are being told, yo, we're going to play this style of football this season, your core base will know. So only the new man that's coming in have really got to come to grips with it. Whereas if he changes the style of play, which I think he will this season, yeah, I think we're going to have enough time to try different things. I don't think Liverpool are going to come storming out the blocks. I don't think City are going to come storming out the blocks. I don't think anyone's going to come storming out the blocks, if I'm being completely honest. I don't even think Arsenal will. I think we're going to struggle in the first few months. You know what I mean? Obviously, with it being World Cup, the season after a World Cup, sorry. And obviously, I know KJ said it would be a level playing field, but I think by the time the season's done, I think there'll be a gap between us and the other teams. But definitely at the start of the season, I do think it depends, innit? It could be anyone's. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It could literally be anyone's. But
I think it's your greatest chance to actually retain it because of Guardiola not being at City anymore, and the nice way of saying it, KJ, Liverpool aren't. I just can't see you challenging.
Yeah, I know. That's why last year was pretty much same narrative with us. It was our best time to retain it done.
Yeah.
So
I really think
same circumstance. I agree though. With Pep gone, everyone else with literally brand new managers, Arteta being the longest serving manager in the league, go and set an example.
There is no question about it. My standards with this guy as well, bro. There is no if buts maybes. He better win that league title next season, bro. It's as simple as that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
what I will say is, I think there's actually quite a lot of pressure on him to actually win it though again because of Guardiola not being there, which could actually be a problem. We could actually turn out to be
but you see,
no. You want to know why? Because the expectation is different now. Like the expectation, you had expectation last year. You've had expectation. Let's just say the last 5 years, you have. But there's been different types of expectation. Like the year we won it, let's be honest, the expectation was solely pretty much on you that year.
Yeah, but I don't think.
However, wait there. However, what kind of made things get brushed under the carpet a bit and give you a bit of leeway is the fact that you had injuries, and then, excuse me, hay fever's bugging, and then 2, the points gap that we amassed. From there, it was pretty much done. Everyone knew. My bad.
Brother,
Yes,
it's been licking me up too, bro. Don't worry about it, fam. I've got
Bro,
my
it's
tablets there, bro. It's
crazy.
punching me up right now. But
You know what with Guardiola, yeah? With Guardiola, yeah, obviously he's more or less like done everything, hasn't he? So I mean, I was surprised he even stayed for the season that's gone in a way, to be honest. So
Well, we all knew we wanted to cut the back end of the season before last, but they somehow managed to persuade him to stay, that sign the deal and at least stay for the season. He just done, innit?
I'll be honest. I think he looked at it and said, "Yeah, I can't go out like this. I
mm,
can't go out like this." Because if you actually deep it, yeah, not only did they not lose, not only win the title, but some of the drummings they took in that season, bro, whether it was from us, whether it was from, didn't you punch them up as well? Home and away. Punch them up home and away. Like, bro, Arsenal slapped them 5-1 at the Emirates. You know what I'm saying? All that noise, bro. It was, I just feel like Pep Guardiola said, listen, I can't go out like this. Real
Nah,
talk.
Pep just wanted to rebuild. That year was
No,
literally
yeah, but I think
their
it
last
also
year,
comes from a
yeah.
place of pride and don't get me wrong, yeah. See this season. I think his family told him, "Yo, brother, it's a wrap now." You know what I'm saying? This is the last season, isn't it? Last season was meant to be your last season. We hear you was rubbed out. You know what I'm saying? It's dark. This season, you better leave with something because we're done here. We're done here. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like at the end of the day, I heard today, apparently, the whispers inside the City, whatever, bubble or whatever, was that my man last season, if they would have won the league, yeah, apparently he had said that he wanted to win 10 league titles. That's what's being said right now. Apparently, he said himself that his main target was to win 10 league titles. Yeah. You didn't win the league title last season, and you ain't won the league title this season.
mm. Do you know what? He
There's
could
no
have
saying
been.
you're going to win it next season, even if you do stay. Do you know what
Do
I'm
you know
saying?
There's nothing wrong with him saying that. At the time, he probably did want to. Like, Klopp says he wanted to win the Premier League and the Champions League again with us. Look, we got close on
No,
another
I do
occasion.
hear it. I do hear it. But at the same time,
It's one of them ones. He probably got to where he is now and thought, you know what, I've did what I could now, innit? Like,
He could.
Mrs. back over there, Like, I'm easy now still. At the end of the day, you could argue last season was their version of our 22-23 season, Liverpool's, where our whole midfield was just no legs. Kalas. Look, that was the main thing we was talking about City last year. No, zero midfield. No legs, no nothing. Their midfield was just getting ran through. Pause. So he's probably looked on it and thought, yeah, I'm Pep, I don't want to go out like that. But at the same time, I've at least got to sort out some part of the squad where when I do leave them, there's at least some form of a foundation there ready to then build for whoever comes in next after him, which, let's be honest, clearly it was they already knew it was going to be Maresca, innit?
well, considering we're talking about the Premier League and whatnot, I want to get into some transfers, man. I want to get into some transfers with the Mandem. Obviously, there's been a lot of transfer news recently. One breaking today, by the way. Obviously, I know this guy doesn't play in red, but there was a big bomber that broke today. You know what I mean? There's a couple guys in our group chat that try and say that they're not bothered about it, but I think someone's talking shit, blood. You get me, yeah? Mark Cucurella, here we go to Real Madrid. KJ, chat to me, man. What are you telling me on this one?
I thought maybe there was a chance that he probably stays and plays on the Xavi, innit? But damn. I mean, I can understand it. Listen, Spanish player, Spanish weather, and it's Real Madrid calling. You already know that's a slam dunk for them, man. Like, they've probably had him on the back burner already, talking about, yeah, this summer,
Facts.
trust me. I know you probably tried to get out last summer, but this summer, we got you, bro. We got you. As long as you give us your word that, yeah, you wait for us, we got you. And
Well,
Real
it was
Madrid
first
do
of all
what
it
they
was
do best.
Calafiori and Gavardio, and then all of a sudden, Cucurella was literally bang out of nowhere. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Because they were just like, you know what, man, I don't want to have to spend hella bread.
Well, yeah. Listen, I said in it, nothing less than 80 gets Calafiori out of Arsenal for me. In it, I would not be selling, especially from a
Nah, he's not a
position that
Real
we're in.
Madrid
He's been here
signing
2
though.
years, huh?
Not for this one. He's not a Real Madrid signing.
Who, Calafiori?
Yeah.
Well, he played under Mourinho before, innit? He played under Mourinho before. Obviously, Mourinho let him go. He had a horrific injury, you know what I mean, at Roma. And obviously he's gone away and he's becoming the player that he is, innit? But for me, he probably is a Madrid player because they was looking at him before we even got him. If you remember rightly, that summer, Madrid were after Calafiori.
Yeah, but that was off the back of what he was actually doing and the Euros, yeah?
Yeah, but bro,
Like,
he's just
he
come
was
off the back of a
looking good.
top season for Arsenal. Don't get it twisted. He has. He's just come off the.
Don't know about
He has just come off the back of a
season.
top
Don't know
season,
about
bro.
top season, to be fair. How many
Bro.
games did he play?
Let me get up. Because listen, he definitely played more games this season than what he did last season. That's a fact.
Did he?
100%. 100%. Remember, last season, not season just gone, the season before was his first season, innit? Because that was the
Yeah.
season that we bought him, Marino, and fucking Raheem Sterling on loan, bro. I was pissed about that.
Oh man.
Listen, let me get Calafiori stats. Calafiori.
Sterling's downfall is crazy, man.
So look, altogether, he played, from what I can see here, he played 34 games this season. Not in the Premier League, though. He played 26 in the Premier League, 8 in the Champions League, I think, and 2 in the League Cup.
Okay, so he's fairly been available this season.
Yeah, but listen, I think we played like what, 65 games? He played just
And he's
under
been better
40.
than Hikapié this season.
Oh,
Because they've both shared that left back role. So
See
who's been better out
now
of the
this is
two?
where it gets a bit techie because Calafiori at the start of the season was top. Hincapié, he showed good glimpses, but he wasn't at the races. You know what I'm saying? But then in the back end of the season, Hincapié was probably one of our most pivotal players, bro. That's just me being honest. I call him Baby Gabriel. You get me? He just gives me Baby Gabriel vibes, bro. Big man thing. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
He's a beast. But me personally, yeah, I think Calafiori, I don't think he's a left back. I think he's a centre back.
Same.
But he's too good at going forward to be playing centre back. He's too good going forward. I keep it a buck. Listen, I know people don't. I know people.
Nah, bro.
I can't
Listen.
remember who I was watching. I think it was
quickly.
Big Sixpence, and I think
Joe Matip.
Huh?
Joe Matip. Centre backs that making marauding runs and getting forward, that's a good thing. If you can utilize that to
No.
your
I know,
strength,
innit? But I just
you
feel
can
like
profit from
Gabriel
that.
and Saliba, you're not breaking up that partnership, innit? So the only way you're getting in is
Yeah, but you don't need to break up that partnership. Look how many games he played this season. What you need to break up that partnership for?
No.
Make
But
him-
I'm saying
make
that's the
him be
reason
the
why I feel
key-
like he played at left back.
Okay, I can understand that, yeah. But then at the same time, that's when he's played with Gabriel and Saliba. I'm talking about when he's not playing with Gabriel and Saliba. Why shouldn't he be your Gabriel in centre back?
You talk about Calafiori.
Yeah, I would put me personally. I prefer Hincapié there, but obviously there's Calafiori fans
that's
who
my personal
who
preference
probably
as well.
would say
Hincapié.
play Calafiori there and utilize his strengths there. And if you do, then there has been many examples of players who play a similar style from centre back. And like I
tell
said,
you
Joe
why.
Matip is
I'll
the
tell you
most
why
recent
Calafiori
one that
can't play in there. Yeah,
comes to mind.
Calafiori can't play in the centre back position. For me, when you see players get physical with him, yeah, that's when he's got a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you're keeping the game in front of him, yeah, he'll mop it up easy. Soon as you start getting a bit physical with man and You're taking him on runs up the wing and whatever else. Bro, it gets dark for my man. And I always say this, Calafiori is better going forward than what he is defending. Yeah? And it shouldn't be that as a fullback. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be that. Your defending should be up here and your attacking should be in and around that level. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As a fullback, your defensive work should become that should come before anything you do in a forward aspect, yeah? And for me, when you see Calafiori play, Calafiori, he gives Arsenal something different, yeah? When Calafiori doesn't play, you can see the difference in it because when he does play, he's like an extra man in the final phase. Do you understand? He's an extra man in the final phase, yeah? And if you actually look at his catalogue of goals for Arsenal, this brother only scores bangers. He only scores bangers. If you actually look at some of the goals that he scored, I can remember the City one, PSV away, Wolves at the Molineux, instinctive finish, half volley, cut across it. Do you get what I'm trying to say, yeah? But no, yeah, listen, Calafiori for me, Calafiori, if Madrid did want him, which they're not going to want him now because they bought him Cucurella, but I definitely wouldn't be taking less than 80 million for him. Whether you think he's worth that or not, it doesn't matter. With 3 left years on your deal and the season that you're coming off the back of with winning the Premier League and getting to the Champions League final, why can't we quote 80 million? Do you get me? Why not? When you see some of the other prices going around for like an Anthony Gordon, I know it's different positions, so it's different context, but the game's the game, bro. When you see Anthony Gordon going for 80 million euros or whatever, why can't you get 70, 80 million pounds for a player with 3 years left in his deal, just won a Premier League, just got to a Champions League final? I think that's quite realistic if I'm being completely honest. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they've gone for Cucurella. But another Real Madrid one, Bernardo Silva. Harry, what do you think, man?
Mate, could be signing some of that free transfer. I mean, to be fair, he's been rumoured to leave City the last couple of seasons, hasn't he? And he's now gone. Obviously, that was on a free. So it was pretty obvious that if his contract was run out, he probably weren't going to sign a new deal. And especially with Pep not there, he definitely weren't going to sign a new deal. I mean, like we mentioned not too long ago, City's midfield now, it's weakened without him big time. And if they lose Rodri, they're fucked in the midfield, in my personal opinion. But yeah, it's a great sign for Madrid. And yeah, I think the way they're going, if Mourinho can get it right, I think they could actually win La Liga, to be fair, this season coming up, if they get it right.
I think they're coming for everything, bro. I'll be honest. I said this in the group chat earlier, innit? I think Perez has took these last 2 seasons very personal, innit? Like, in terms of, he's more or less been more or less rubbished. You know what I mean? They're looking at Florentino Perez like he's some sort of dickhead. You know what I mean? It's literally that. Like, the way I see it is the Madrid fans, they're not happy. You know what I'm saying? They're going absolutely mental. They have not rated the last 2 seasons one bit, to the point where they've got a striker that's nearly scored 100 goals in 2 seasons for them in Kylian Mbappe, and there's over 30 million people signing petitions to get the cunt out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of football club that you're dealing with here, innit? So even when they're doing what they should be doing, it's not enough. They expect more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I think when you look at it, Cucurella, Denzel Dumfries, Konate, and Bernardo Silva for the price of about £70 million. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, mate. I said this in my video, I think it was yesterday. I don't think another club could do that in world football. You get me? To get them 4 players for all of the price of 70 million. Obviously, I know Konate is left on a free, Bernardo is left on a free. But what I'm saying to you is that's just so Real Madrid. Do you understand? It's so Real Madrid. Like, you look at it and you just think, where do Real Madrid go? And they land on Bernardo. Oh, they land on Konate. 20 mil for Dumfries, 50 million for Cucurella. Obviously, Cucurella, very good left back. Very good left back. Will he go to Real Madrid and succeed? I don't know. But with Jose Mourinho going in there, I think we're going to see a better Real Madrid. I do.
Do you know what? I think that could go either way. I think it could be an absolute shambles, or it'd be really good. I don't think there'll be any in between. don't know. It's like, is he past it as a manager now in terms of like winning leagues and stuff like that? I think it's a big question that he's got to answer, and if he can prove it still or not. But he's got a great chance with the players he's brought in so far. And to be honest, I know Barcelona got a lot of good players on that, but for me, at this current moment in time, he's got to go and win La Liga 100% this season.
You know what it is with Real Madrid, yeah? Obviously, we know what they are. It's Real Madrid, isn't it? But I don't think their biggest problem is on the pitch. I think Real Madrid's biggest problem is off the pitch. Yeah?
Yeah.
And why I say that is there's been too many stories coming out of Real Madrid of recently. You get me? Real Madrid never used to be that club. Do you understand? They're not really a club that has all their business in the media. You know what I'm saying? They deal with it in-house. Like it was getting toxic at Real Madrid, bro. To the point where training ground bust-ups are being reported, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah, but Perez weren't there.
who? What?
Perez weren't there. That's why. Remember, I had to re-elect Perez.
Yeah,
Perez is there. You
no,
think all
but
of this
Perez,
nonsense
listen.
is going on?
No, but even though they're going for the election, Perez is still in charge, bro.
Yeah, I know he's still there. But
So what I'm trying to say to you is it's happening under Perez's watch. But what I'm saying to you is Real Madrid are a club that you don't necessarily hear this shit, bro. You don't hear about training ground bust-ups. And even if it is happening, because listen, this is football. We know, bro. Anything can happen on any given day, bro. Someone might rock up to training one day. They've had a Barney with a missus. So one wrong tackle, you're getting punched up. You know what I'm trying to say? It's as simple as that. Don't play with me. But what I'm trying to say to you is Real Madrid have never been that club to have their business all in the papers, all in the media. If it happens, it stays within Real Madrid. And this is where I'm saying to you, my thing with Real Madrid is their problems are bigger than football at the minute. There's certain things happening within them Real Madrid walls that we haven't seen before in terms of training ground bust-ups being leaked to the press. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to say that basically Mbappe runs Real Madrid, all this shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
To be fair, though, when Mbappe was at PSG, he had the same problem, didn't he? When he was at PSG.
No, he did. He did. But then what I don't understand is, if that is the case, yeah, these owners must pause, yeah? But Mbappe must have these men by the nuts. Because how do you go into two different clubs of two different levels of power and still hold the same authority? It doesn't make sense.
Because they gave him that.
Yeah, if that is the case, then you look at no one but your owners. You don't start hounding Mbappe out because Mbappe didn't give himself that authority.
Exactly.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. I agree.
If you're gonna, it's like say like you got kids. If you allow your kids to run around effing blind and do all this stuff, yeah, when they get around other people, that's what they're gonna do because that's all they know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you give man a platform to do things, they're gonna do it. So what I'm trying to say to you is from time when you're going in as a club asset, don't get me wrong, we know you're an asset, yeah? You're a public figure in terms of, like, bro, you're killing Mbappe. We know what you are, innit? But when you're within these walls, you're just another Real Madrid player, bro. Whether you cost this much, whether you're this guy, won a World Cup, everyone should be on the same level because we're all here for the same cause, which is to win trophies for Real Madrid, to be Real Madrid legends. So for me, when I hear all this shit about Mbappe runs Real, I think that's all bullshit, bro. I think that's just all shit for fucking paper.
Vinny's got more power than Mbappe.
Huh?
Vinny got more power than Mbappe.
Brother, I'll be real. Don't get me wrong. Of course, these players are gonna. It's like Salah at Liverpool. Salah's got power at Liverpool. Yeah, we're not fucking idiots. We know he's got power at Liverpool. But what I'm trying to say to you is I don't feel like these players are continuously abusing the power because they just feel like abusing the power. I don't think it works like that.
Come on, man. We all know about these gentleman agreements and things like that that happen behind the scenes. Like,
this is what I'm saying.
The clubs give these players reasons to act out and do these things more than well, not more, but just as much as players will give the club reasons to act and treat players certain ways and things like that. It works both ways. It goes hand in hand. Obviously, you got managers as well who isolate players or just don't play players and give them minutes. And what you think, man, just want to sit on the bench and not play, or certain man that literally just come on for what patty minutes at the end of the game. Am I a dickhead? Really?
Facts,
Man seem to
facts.
forget that these players are humans as well. These players are just like me and you. Out of word, these men are like me and you, half of them. Some of them are probably mandem. Some of them are probably nerds. Some of them are probably anime heads. And if you are, I'm one of them. Word. It's that. Man seem to forget these things. And then they're quick to crash it on the players when players seem to respond or act in certain ways. Don't get me wrong. If a player's done something unacceptable without provocation or anything like that, of course, treat him as necessary. Punish him as necessary, rightfully so. At the end of the day, actions come with consequences. However, if something has gone on behind the scenes and whatnot, if it's a gentleman's agreement or if it's not a gentleman's agreement, but it's just something you just don't like each other for whatever reason, then cool. A man has his right to express his frustration or whatnot. I'm cool with that.
What do you think of this Bernardo move to Real Madrid? We was just talking about it, innit? What do you think?
That's a Jose signing, man. That's a Jose signing right there. Energetic player who's going to work and do the dog work. Obviously, he's got the quality as well, which he does. Obviously, he's not prime Bernardo. He's regressed a bit. But we also, this season, the legs
You don't
are
think he's
still
coming
there.
off one of his better seasons of recent years, though?
That's what I was just saying. We've also, this season, the legs are still there.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
one thing
because
man was saying last season, the legs ain't there. But I said with Bernardo, he's one that I says, nah, his legs are still there. Just a poor season overall for City, and he's just a victim of that as well. Obviously, everyone wasn't up to par last season, but Bernardo
I
wasn't
can't
one
lie
who
to
I
you,
said was
yeah?
completely shot.
I'm gonna keep it so P. I know he hasn't kicked the ball yet for Real Madrid, yeah, but I'm gonna go early on this one, and I'm gonna say this could be some of the best piece of business that Real Madrid have done in, say, the last, I don't know, maybe decade. You get me? Like, obviously, I know people are gonna say, well, they got him on a free. But what I'm trying to say to you is to get that fucking type of player, caliber of player on a free, bruv, that don't come around every fucking day. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So whether they got him for free, I know that signing on bonus is going to be fat. Yeah, that signing on bonus is going to be fat. It's the same thing as Ibu. If I'm not mistaken, Ibu Konate has gone to Real Madrid. I think he's going to like 400 bags a week.
Yeah,
400 bags a week.
I saw that as well.
Well, what do you think about it? Let's get into your club. Fuck it. While we're here, let's get into your club. What are you telling me, blood?
Mine,
Yeah, we're talking about transfer news and that. What you got for me?
bro. My club's stale with transfer news, bro. But
Well, nothing's
friggin'
going in.
nothing but Diamande. Nothing but Diamande. I
I
mean,
heard you was listening to Boadi as well.
there was some rumors with a centre back, this Joel O'Donnell's kid. I mean, we was linked with him 2 summers ago as well, so clearly it's one we've been watching since then. But nothing, bar that, all the noise is mainly about Diamande, fam. I don't even want this, I'll be honest.
Bro, I know you got a personal problem with that one there still.
I don't have a personal problem, that's the thing.
No, I'm not saying with the player, but I'm saying like in terms of everything around
it's
it.
a hype thing right now. It's a hype thing. Like all these friggin' reasons why man are saying they want him are all these reasons are these same reasons that they're criticizing other wingers for. It don't make sense. Literally, they may as well just say all you want is PMP. You just want a PMP winger. That's it. That's it. You want a Madueke. That's what man want. I can't believe man want Madueke, bro. So why didn't you make a call to sign him last year? It's crazy, bro. It's mad.
Well, look, this is your boy Nems.
Yeah, but the Barcola news is died down a little piece. Apparently, Arsenal are leading the race for him anyway.
No, you're not here. Did you not hear what I said earlier?
I heard what you said, but what everyone else is saying.
No, but I'm
is
saying,
that
did you not hear what I said
man
about what Fabrizio put out earlier about PSG saying that he's not for sale?
Yeah, I heard that, but that's cap. You want to know why? Because literally PSG are just not gonna sell him if they can't get Diamande or
Yeah,
someone
that's what I'm
of the
saying.
ilk of
They said
Diamande.
that they need another winger to come in for that deal to make sense for him to go, innit? But they're saying as of right now, the stance is my man ain't going nowhere, innit? I don't think they want to pay the 100 million for
Nah,
Diamande.
they're just saying that. They're just saying right now he ain't going nowhere. They want to ship him off. They want to ship him off now. I didn't used to believe it at first, but they want to ship him off. Me though, I'm saying, bruh, go and get me Lee Kangin. I've been saying it for a minute. For a minute, I've been saying this and go get me Lee Kangin.
Where does Lee Kang-in fitting in your team now? What are you saying, on the right-hand side?
Yeah. Easily. Easily.
See, the thing with me, yeah, that Lee, he's good. But I don't think he's consistent, bro. I think he's another player that...
He's not consistent because you don't play consistent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That is true.
You see him for Korea. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about since the World Cup started. I'm talking about before that.
No,
International
Lee's
friendlies,
cold, man.
the
I know
Asia
about Lee.
Cup and that.
He was at Mallorca as well, funnily enough. He was at
Mhm.
Mallorca as well. I think, was it Mallorca?
Yeah.
I think it was Mallorca still. I think he was. But listen, yeah, that Lee Kang-in, he can play. He's cold. Liverpool though, I don't know. I don't know if he's Liverpool level though.
We have a spot for him, man. We have a spot for him, and with Iraola, trust me.
Oh, you said you ain't got no Liverpool news. What go on for this Gakpo thing?
Oh. I'm hoping it's true. I'm hoping it's true. I'm hoping it's true. I'm hoping it's true. I mean, today there was friggin' or yesterday it come out. Apparently it's false. He hasn't asked to leave or nothing like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. With Bayern apparently re-entering the race, with friggin' apparently Spurs wanting Gakpo as well. We just have to see how this plays out, man. Cause I'm all for it. What, Bayern and Spurs? Yeah, I'll take that.
Listen. Let me tell you
I'll
something now.
take that.
70 million for
I'll
Cody
shut him off
Gakpo is
ASAP.
stupendous money, bro. I'll tell you that now. 70 million for Cody Gakpo. I think, you know what's so mad? I think me and you got into it last summer. Yeah? Because I tried to tell you, Gakpo ain't going for no 60-something million. He's fucking shit. Yeah?
And I told you he was.
Yeah. I know. I remember we got into it at the start of last summer.
You was telling me there's no way in how Gakpo leaves for more than Diaz, because at the time it was then confirmed that Diaz was leaving for 65
Yeah. You remember that conversation?
And I told you, because remember, Bayern wanted both of them, you know. Even still, when they signed Diaz, they still wanted Gakpo. They wanted Gakpo first. Then they was gonna get Diaz, but obviously Gakpo was and ahhing first. Hence why they then went, okay, say if we're gonna get Plan B first, then we're gonna spin the block and come back to Plan A because we still want you. By then, I think we were struggling to find a replacement or something like that. So especially while we was trying to deal with the Wirtz transfer, so we kind of just not blocked the move, but kind of just says, listen. You want him, you're either gonna have to spend stupid bread.
I can't lie. I remember you had my head hot them times
next
because I'm telling you, yo, this youth's not going nowhere for no money more than fucking Luis Diaz. I was going mental, bro. Because I said,
told
what?
you he was, bro.
Huh?
And I told you he was.
Yeah, I know. I remember, bro. I was bugging out because I'm just thinking to myself, Gakpo, more than Diaz. Like, fuck off, bro. Like, you dumb. Like, it's not happening, innit? Yeah. Then, bro, something broke the other day. I see 70 million Gakpo. I said, yo, this KJ brother is a fraud. How did he know that these men are going to get this money? Because I said to you, I remember saying to you, I don't give a fuck how good Liverpool sell. They ain't getting no money like that for Cody Gakpo, bro.
And I told
you,
you,
were telling me, listen, bro,
75
they'll get it. And I'm saying, nah, I weren't hearing it. I can remember the conversation now. I was not hearing it. I remember me and you going back and forth, and I'm just saying, brother, you can say what you want. Gakpo's not going for anywhere near that bread. He is not. Lo and behold, 10 months later, or whatever the fuck it is, Gakpo could be leaving Liverpool for 70 million. And this is what I mean about the fucking market, bro. Honestly, the market is at an all-time low.
Yeah, because you was telling me last summer that, he ain't going for nothing but 40 M's.
Yeah.
I said, what? Are you mad? Gakpo,
that's a 50 million pound player tops. Yo, that's a 50 million. And even then, I feel like I'm being robbed for 50 mil.
The thing is, remember, at the time as well, of the Diaz transfer, the Alanga and the Madueke signings happened as well. I'm saying, listen, if you're telling me Gakpo is a £40 million signing, but them man have just witnessed, well, they've just sold Diaz for 65 M's to Bayern. They've just witnessed Alanga to Newcastle 55. They've just sold friggin' Madueke to you for what, 45 plus 5? Or was it 50 plus 5?
Yeah, I think it
Somewhere
was
in
like
the
50,
middle of that,
50
innit?
I think it was like 48 plus
Yeah,
5
something
million
like that.
add-ons.
Because I think
Basically,
it
it
was
was
a
52
cumulative like
million, bruv. You get
53
me?
or something like that, innit?
Yeah.
Or 52 point something.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The market is disgraceful. But like I says, if Edwards weren't here and it was just Hughes, I probably would have been like, okay, Edwards taught him game, but I'm still yet to see what Hughes can do selling wise. But the fact that Edwards is still here, yeah, Edwards got a different role. But the fact that his boys with Hughes, he's saying, listen, yeah, Gakpo, man, can easily flip him. What, £40 million player? Yeah, slap it. 70 M's on the market, yeah? That way. These man flip
Yeah, I
differently.
don't know how the fuck you're doing it right now, I'll be honest, because it's the same thing with City as well. £70 million for fucking Savinho, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's crazy.
like,
That's crazy.
oh, bro, I'm telling you now, yeah. Hey, some of these transfers are fucking mental. Like, mental. Obviously, I was speaking about the Elliot Anderson. We can get into that as well. Elliot Anderson, obviously, City put in £106 million plus 15 million add-on bid. So obviously, all in 121 million. They've had that rejected. You
He's
get
not
me?
worth
Maranakis said, huh?
For me, it's not worth that. Nah.
I don't know if you watched my video the other day,
Yeah, I saw it.
but I said, innit? For me, that's a £70 million player there, innit?
Yeah.
But for me, you're paying 30 million for English tax, and you're paying 30 million for Premier League club to Premier League club tax. That's the way I see it. So it's a £70 million player, and then there's two brackets for 30 million. 30 million English tax, 30 million Premier League to Premier League club tax, which would then make it a £130 million transfer. That's the only way I can match it up in my head to make it make sense.
I
don't know.
I do get the way you're explaining it like that, to be fair. I do get that. I just, yeah. If it,
what I would do is I'd take a fraction of that. Because remember, in this day and age of the market, majority of what you're paying for is actually potential. That's what you're paying for first and foremost, especially when it comes to young players or players in and around the age of 24. They still have the potential because that's not prime years. You arguably say you enter your prime, what, 27, 28, 29, 28, 29, 30. That's where you arguably reach your prime of your career anyway. And in this day and age with health and wealth and the training and the facilities and things like that, friggin' primes are extended now or into early 30s. So potential is definitely the main thing in this market, in my opinion. I may not be true, but it's just my opinion. In my opinion, that's the first thing you're paying for. Then, like you said, Kizzy, if you're within the Premier League and you're shopping within the Premier League, automatically, if it's an English player, you already know 30 M's, just English tax. Then, like he says, Premier League proven, you got that tax slapped on as well. Bruh, it's ridiculous, this market. But that's why I've accepted it. Like I said, like I've been trying to say on the catch up as well on Friday. Every year we've seen something like this. I'm used to it now. Remember when man crashed out over 80 M's for Harry Maguire? Remember when man
Yo,
crashed
do you
out
know
over
what my thing
75
is,
M's for Van Dijk? Like,
bro? My thing is not necessarily the price. My thing is more the caliber of players. Do you understand? In terms of like, you know my opinion on Alex Scott, but even Alex Scott's been quoted for fucking £80 million, bro. He's had one good season. That's my dog. Alex Scott, Feetabix, but just chill.
But that's what I'm saying. From back then, this potential. Like, look, even with Harry Maguire, yeah, let's be honest. When United bought Harry Maguire, or before they bought him, he come off the back. He was good at Leicester. Let's just keep it a buck. He was good at Leicester. Maybe that was his level. However, he was still young, English centre-back, a goal-scoring centre-back. Let's keep it a buck. And despite how big he is and with his frame, bruh, the boy could ball play. All in now, he's United's
Yeah,
best ball playing
facts.
centre back. Man have to, he ain't all that, but man have to still give him his credit where it's due. Still. So with that, after freaking Leicester just saw Van Dijk from Southampton go to Liverpool for 75 M's. Listen, they just probably said, yeah, this is the start of not just the English tax, but of the potential in the market. There's potential for him to be
Well,
as
fuck me.
good as
That
Van Dijk.
Fofana went to Chelsea for how much?
80, was it? It wasn't 88,
Dude,
was
I
it?
thought it was like 70
80,
something.
was it 76?
I thought it was around
Let
the
me go
75
check.
million pound mark. I can't lie. That's what I thought he went to Chelsea for all them years ago. Because they got fleeced. They got fleeced. I think it was in and around that 75 million pound mark. I can't lie to you.
70 M's.
Even
70,
that there.
obviously.
What was they
70
spending 70 on?
plus like 4 in add-ons in it.
Yeah, but even so even that. Let's go back to that transfer. What are they paying 70? What are they paying 70 mil for? Again, it's potential, right?
Yeah. It was off the back of a good season, but with his age and whatnot, like this is the thing in this market, yeah. It's definitely based off potential because majority of the signings nowadays are off the back of one season, whereas beforehand, you would arguably at least see a player doing. It don't have to be consistent seasons because a player could get injured and things like that, but it could be the league before there was playing in the Premier League, good season, come to the Premier League or French League or Championship or wherever, another good season. That's at least 2 banks of evidence for teams to then say, yeah, okay, now I'm ready to make the move on potential because I've seen it off the back of seasons. It could be seasons at the same club, it could be seasons at separate clubs, but the evidence is there. Whereas in this day and age, or from the Fofana years and whatnot, it's off the back of a season, and everyone's just like trigger happy. The people that do it best is Brighton.
All right, so
In
now I'm
terms
going
of
to ask you a
Premier League
question, yeah?
now.
Now I'm going to ask you a question. Out of all the players that are being quoted for mad bread this summer, yeah? So let's just stay within the Premier League. You've got Mateus Fernandes, you've got Elliot Anderson, you've got Tonali, you've got Walton, you've got what's his name? Did I say Alex Scott?
No.
No, Alex Scott, yeah? Out of all of them players, I think I know your answer already, but out of all of them players, who would you say that the price tag is justifiable?
None.
Who?
None.
No, but I'm saying if you had to pick one, like if you had to pick one out of all of them and you hear the prices that are being quoted, who could you honestly say?
Walton.
I understand why. You think Walton, yeah? Out of all of them players that I've just named, you think Walton's the one who you can understand why he's being quoted at that price?
Yeah. You want me to explain why?
Yeah, go on, do your thing.
All right. So, in my opinion, why I would say Walton is because, let's be honest, even in this day and age of mad transfer fees, it's still the forward players that cost the most money. They're the ones that are the goal getters, and at the end of the day, goals is currency in this game. You don't win games without goals. Simple as that. So, out of all of those players you just listed, who's the one player who's actually going to get the best out of forward players? Walton. Yeah, Elliot Anderson and friggin' Alex Scott can get forward and chip in and contribute with goals. However, most of their games is based on overall play. Whereas Walton, for a midfielder, I'm not saying he can't do the other things, but what does he excel at? His line breaking passes, playing people in behind, being able from deep to pick a pass and create an opportunity out of nothing. That's what's going to get you the goals because he can get assists from there. He don't have to run into the spaces or get on the end of things like Alex Scott and Elliot Anderson. I'm not saying Anderson and Scott can't get to that, but yeah.
So if Liverpool was to slap down an £80 million bid tomorrow, you're quite comfortable with Liverpool paying that money?
Yeah, because in my opinion, 8 is the new 50. I'm up to date with the
I
times,
said
in my
100 the
opinion.
other day. Feels to me like the new 50, but fuck me, like Jesus Christ, I don't know.
No, in
100
footballing
might just be the
terms,
new
80
100. It's
M's is
literally
the
that,
new 50 mil, isn't it?
huh?
I said in footballing terms, in my opinion, 80 M's is the new 50.
Yeah, I said 100 myself, and I said that the 50 is the new 30, innit? It's literally that. 50 is the new 30, because bro, 30 million used to be the common. You know what I'm saying? Like, see me. I even said this in my video the other day. Like, I remember back in the day where 50 million was like. Do you remember when Torres left Liverpool and went to Chelsea? 50
That was
million
24.
pounds.
Oh, yeah, 50 million. Because I was gonna say you think about it, even when we signed Torres here for 24.6 million pounds, that there was like raw. We had never spent bread like
Oh,
that
I
before.
remember when, bro. I remember Torres went to Chelsea. I remember holding it. I remember him holding that shirt up. I think it was Carlo Ancelotti that signed him, innit? If I'm not mistaken. Was it Carlo that was there when he signed? It was Carlo,
Who?
right?
When I signed Torres.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Carlo.
I think it was. I'm not
I
sure.
think it
I'll have
was
to recheck.
Carlo. Because it was that 2010,
What?
2011 season when they won the league, innit?
Nah, the other one that did win the league that year.
No,
when I
no, no, no.
signed him.
Wait. No, did they win the league or did
Nah,
they win the FA
2012,
Cup that year?
20,
Rafa
20,
Benitez.
2013. They got the Champions League. 2012.
No. 2012, 2012, they won the Champions League. 2011, 2012, it would have been. Because 2012, 2013, it was Bayern
Was
at
it
Wembley, innit?
Benitez? I'm sure they had two. They could have had two managers that year because I know Benitez was there at one point.
Was
Or
it
was
Villas
that
Boas?
13?
It might have been Villas Boas, you know? Because Roberto Di Matteo finished that season out. He was the one that won the Champions League. I'm trying to think he was the manager that season. But Torres had already been there a season before. But he come in January the season before.
Because they won the Europa League with Mourinho in it.
Yeah. He signed
Yeah,
for
so that was
Chelsea
in what,
in the
2013
January.
when they won the Europa League.
He
Was it?
signed for Chelsea.
Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's
Carlo.
what I thought. I thought Ancelotti was there, innit? I thought Ancelotti was there because he signed for the January, the 2010, 2011 season. Yeah. I thought it was Ancelotti. I knew my ball knowledge was there, blood. I knew it was there. But listen, I remember when Chelsea signed him, yeah? And, bro, it was like the whole footballing world was like, oh my days, bro. Like, you get me? Like, it was like, and this is even after Ronaldo's gone to Real Madrid. You get me? This is in England. Like, obviously, to buy a player from the English league and take them out, yeah, we'd already seen that. But in terms of inside the league itself, yeah, I remember when that transfer first went through and like, it was like legit shockwaves, bro. One, because we couldn't believe that Torres had actually left Liverpool to go to Chelsea. And two, because Chelsea just dropped £50 million down on probably one of the hottest strikers in the league. And if I'm not mistaken, that same season, he dunked on. I remember watching the game. He dunked on Chelsea at Anfield.
Yep.
At Anfield, didn't it?
Stamford Bridge.
Was it the Bridge?
Yeah.
No. I think it was at Anfield. Don't you remember when
Both times? Oh well. No.
He scored two
It was
at
at the
Anfield.
bridge.
He scored two.
No,
He was
it was at the
injured.
bridge. It was at the bridge because at the Anfield leg, Aga lifted him up, give him that famous elbow. You get me? Yeah, we take that.
Oh
we
yeah.
take that.
It might have been Stamford Bridge still. It might have been Stamford
It was
Bridge
therefore the
still.
bridge.
Because I remember he played in the game and he scored. I think he scored 2.
Anfield was hostile for him in that return leg. Hostile.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like 50 million was like, it was different types of a different type of butter. Do you get what I'm trying to say? People were like raw, and now 50 million is like, oh well, 50 mil. You know what I mean? Alanga's going for 50 mil now. That Torres signing means fuck all now. You know what I mean? Anthony Alanga, 55 million. No disrespect to Anthony Gordon. I rate him as a player, but even Anthony Gordon for what was it, 80 million euros? Like,
yeah, he's not.
The price is now, and obviously, listen. I said it in my video the other day, yeah? I actually like the fact that the small clubs are doing this shit now. Because don't get me wrong, it might mash up the market, yeah? But you ain't just going to come and take my best things for no knockoff price, bro. I'm not a dickhead, bro. You're not gonna do like, you know what I'm saying? And I think this actually, I actually prefer it like this. Yeah, cool. I might not agree with some of the numbers and figures that are being dished out for players, but I actually like the fact that these small clubs now are in a position where they don't just have to bend over for the big clubs, because that's what it used to be, bro. You know what I mean? Whether it was Chelsea, Man United, City, Liverpool, once they come knocking on the door, the small clubs just have to step out the way and basically just say, we'll just leave it for you lot to negotiate, bidding war, and we'll just take the money and we'll go off and have a nice day. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, these clubs actually have the bottle to say, now fuck that. You're going to pay what we want, or you ain't fucking getting him. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. And I actually think... Go on.
Carry on first. I'll wait.
No, I actually think that, cool, it might be fucking up the market. But in terms of the betterment of these clubs, come on, bro. Why are you going to fuck up your pattern to make someone else's pattern much better for peanuts? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like the old days. From time when I saw Bournemouth spend more money in a transfer window than Barcelona, you knew where football was going. Do you get me? It's as simple as that. Bournemouth spending more dough than Barcelona. It's crazy.
And that's why, like, for at least the last 2-3 years now, when people have been saying, listen, the league, there is somewhat of a drop-off in terms of quality in the league. However, what I would say is most of the drop-off is with the big six, so to speak.
100%.
The mid-table teams and even the smaller teams, they're all closing the gap. The gap that we've made, especially with this drop-off that we're all having, because even you guys, Premier League winners, there's still a drop-off within you guys in the quality and how you play.
Oh, 100%, 100%,
yeah,
100%.
The smaller teams are closing the gap. And because they're able to keep these players, their players, because they're able to fend off the bigger teams now from picking off their best players, they're able to start being able to survive, being able to more than survive, being able to compete. You look at your Villas, you look at your Newcastles in the last couple of seasons. Them two have been going back and forth for that last spot. Bournemouth this season, arguably Brentford almost getting there, Sunderland getting it.
Listen, I don't know about everyone else, but for me, I think the Premier League is in a much better place, isn't it? Like, I actually prefer seeing big teams drop points. You know what I mean? Because if the Premier League was still as what it used to be like back in the day, then especially with the level of player decreasing, it's not a good watch. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that the players, the smaller clubs being in these positions where they're saying, yo, if you want this, 100 million. If you want that, 90 million. I think that actually keeps the league competitive. You get me? Because then that 100 million that they lose for one player can go and get them 3-4 to fill that one person loss. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's how you keep the same level of more or less trying to improve with also losing your best assets from season to season. You know what I mean? Because before these small clubs were losing their best assets and they was getting robbed for like 25, 30 million. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What are you going to do with 25, 30 million? Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Now you get 100 million for your best player. What are you going to do with 100 million? I can go and get with Bournemouth and Brighton scouting networks, they can go and get 4, 5, 6 players for that money. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes even more. What did Brighton buy Caicedo for? Was it like £6 million?
Something like that, yeah. It's like Baleba as well. When they stood the ground and were like, no, you're not having him, like for Man United and that, and they stood on a price and stuff like that. Like they want the most amount of money they can get for him. So that's another example, to be fair.
Bro, it's like West Ham and Declan Rice. Do you know what I'm saying? Declan Rice probably wasn't worth 105 million. But if you want this guy, that's what you're paying. It's as simple as that. And if you really want him that bad, you're going to pay the fucking money. Do you get me? It's literally that. Like, obviously, see in Premier League, it's a bit different. But what's it like down there in League One and League Two? Obviously, the deals are probably easier to do because there's less money, less politics. You get me? But would you say that the deals are probably sometimes even more harder to get done, considering there's not a lot of money in the lower leagues?
I think it's a lot easier, to be honest, in terms of, for me, like obviously we're seeing all these big prices. I know it's Premier League and stuff like that, and even in the Championship now, to be fair. I mean, Birmingham was a key example, actually, when they went to League One and bought Stansfield for about 15 million.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was crazy. Well, people were thinking at the time, but when you think about it now, with like the price tags, maybe it's not that crazy, to be fair, when thinking about it like that. But and around now, it's probably still easier to do deals in the lower leagues than, like, for example, Premier League clubs, when they're like, no, like, you need to pay more, basically, or he's not going.
So how does it work down there for you then? Say Burton Albion want a player.
Yeah.
How easy is it? So obviously, you see with these bigger deals, there's longer processes. There's, you know what I'm saying, all lawyers and all that shit. With these smaller clubs, smaller fees, you'd expect a quicker process. So say Burton Albion was to get linked with a striker, I don't know. Say you're moving on KJ's brother or whatever, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it'd be harder to replace him or easier to replace him?
Harder, because my opinion, his brother is, there's not many players we could bring in that could do the exact same quality at all. For our standards, not at all. It's like, for example, I'll give you an example. It's a bit different, but when Burton sold Rumar Burrell, right, about 1 million, and apparently at best could end up rising to 1.75 million. I mean, that was a joke, considering the season he had for Burton Albion. In that, when Gary Bowyer come in and he done what he did, the price tag that the owners just cashed in on him was an absolute disgrace. I know pretty much all Burton fans were like, what the fuck? Because of what he'd done. Like, he should have gone for, at least, for me, he should have been at least 3 million, something like that. That's out. And, you know, if he never got injured when he did last season at Christmas, like, for me, he'd easily be probably going into the Premier League in this summer window. But because he got injured, I think he might stay at QPR for one more season, or at least
I was
until.
just going to say, is that the one that's at QPR now?
Yeah.
So how much do you think, so obviously staying on Burton, how much do you think you could recoup for Tyree Shade if he was to leave?
Do you know what? The price I think we'll get if he did go would be a load of shit, if you want me to be honest. I really do. For me, looking at this damn market, I mean, if we're saying that, right, Elliot Anderson could be going for, like, what, I don't know, maybe what could rise to maybe 130, 140 million, maybe. Like, City might come back in with that. I mean, but if I'm being realistic, I mean, I've said to people, I know it's crazy, but I've even said 4 or 5 million, because that's how much I rate. So,
how old is he? 25.
he turned 26 a few days ago.
So he's more or less coming. You would say he's more or less coming into his prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it depends, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, if someone wants him that bad, then they'll pay the money if that's what you got him up at, innit? That's the way I see it, innit?
How much do I think you'd go for, though? Maximum 3 million.
That's big money for Burton, though, right?
I don't give a shit. He's our best player by an absolute mile, and we'll be fucked without him.
No, but I'm saying that's big money for Burton, though, right?
Fairly, yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, man, listen, this is what I'm saying, like, bro, when you it's good to have you on here, though, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we see the different aspects of, like, yo, we're here talking Premier League 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40 millions. And you're quite satisfied with just getting 3 million or 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is.
But what annoys me as well, yeah, obviously I know KJ's brother and that, but Burton Albion, I think, yeah, they've got a 12-month, right, contract extension on him, a club option, right, and why have I not whacked it on him? Why?
How long has he got left on his deal?
It's like, I'm pretty sure it's this season, and then but there's a club option of another year.
So he's more or less, so on his contract, he's going into his last season, but obviously the club having an option to extend by another year, yeah?
Yeah.
So if he was to let go of him this year without triggering that deal, that extension, he's probably going to go for a cut price.
Possibly. I mean, yeah, fuck knows. Fuck knows what will happen, but I'll be a man. But it's like I said last week, yeah. We sell Shea, Dokes, and Lofthouse. We're fucked. We're fucked. I'll stand by that. We're screwed.
Well, listen. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Hopefully, it all goes well, man.
And I know them fuckers that Burton Albion, yeah, watch my shit because I've even been told. So they will see exactly everything I've been saying, like, and how peed off I'll be and all that. So for me, they have to do everything possible to keep Ty at this football club, even if that is, you know what, putting him highest player at the club in terms of that, triggering his contract or whatnot. But for me, he's irreplaceable for me at our level in terms of that. And the problem Burton Albion, yeah, the problem we've got is in the 24-25 transfer window, the NFG owners decided to buy a load of shit ton of players, 24, 25, right? And it got us into debt big time of about 8, I think at the moment, it might be like 8 million, right? And because of how long it's been, and because of FFP rules and EFL ruling, it's illegal for NFG to pay that off. So all they can do really is sell players. But as I've said to people like throughout the season, I've shut my mouth about it, but we're in the summer now, so I don't really care. But I turned around and said, if people put me a square of pegs and said, Beasley, Dokes, Shade, and Webster, yeah, which two would I rather get rid of and keep? Straight away, without hesitation, I'd rather keep Ty and Dokes and get rid of Webster and Beasley. Obviously, Beasley's already gone, and Charlie's going to go. I already know that for a fact. So, wow, I'd be stunned if he ain't because of something I got told on like one of the last games of the season. But yeah, so, and I've got told that they need to try and recruit around, I don't know, about 3 million altogether at least to get that down a little bit. So, you know, the Beasley and Webster money, I'm hoping that could be enough. But yeah.
So you're saying do everything you can to keep hold of Tyrese Shade, yeah?
100%, man. Losing, we're fucked. Blackpool away, yeah. Shocking shit shambles. That attacking line, man. Honestly, I was, you know what? It was that cold, yeah. I didn't give a shit if it was so cold. Might as well have gone to the beach and sunbathed in the cold. That's how bad the game was in terms of the attacking sense of our play. Shocking. But if he was in the team, he would have got the ball, drived at players, and would have took shots. Might not have scored them, but he still would have tried and done his hardest like he does every single game. And that's a mentality that you need from a player like that. Some players at Burton Albion, not all, but some of them have a mentality where they turn up and they might half try, but they don't try with the hardness, for example, like Ty does, where he's on it every single game trying his hardest. And it's crazy, man. And he's always, right, I'll say this, he's always one of the first in the building for match day, and he's more or less the last one to leave after every single game. It says it all, really.
Yeah, setting the standards.
Yeah.
The standards, though. I was meaning to ask you, didn't Nigel Clough manage you lot back in the day? Like a couple years back?
Yeah.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He went up to City and that, innit? And got absolutely battered, didn't it?
Yeah.
Was your brother there them times?
Nah.
He signed last summer. He signed last summer.
So what did you sign him on on a 2-year deal?
But like I say, in the 24-25 transfer,
+1, I think.
it was a 2-year deal and a club option of extending it by a year. That's what it was.
So what's that? Like all you could afford, or is that just you was willing to give?
For me, what it is, yeah. So like I say, the 24-25 transfer window of when they bought all them shit ton of players where they fucked up and put them on massive long contracts with huge bonuses on them is what's got us into this mess in terms of all the debt and shit. And then the owner actually did an interview with BBC Radio Derby about a week or two ago now, and the people who were interviewing him were saying, have the FA got back to you over all the stuff that's been going on? Because obviously it's been a long time. And he said no. And even like they were baffled. I'm just like, yeah, it's crazy. But even Bowyer, yeah, doesn't even get a say in players staying or going. Like, come on, man. He's not even classed as the actual manager, as the head coach. That's just pathetic.
Fucking hell. So what are you looking for next season then? What's your aspirations?
Aspirations. Well, the thing is, yeah.
Playoffs minimum.
The thing is, yeah, we beat the big sides, but didn't beat the smaller sides and a lot of the mid-table sides. I'm just like, well, how the fuck can that happen then? And yeah, so if we could turn them losses and stuff into wins, we'd have been up there, man. As crazy as that might sound, we would have been. That's what I mean, man. Mentality of some of them players at that football club, not all of them, like I say, but some of them, it's not good enough.
Going into November, we was what, like 8th in the mix. It was 8th with like what, 4 points off like 3rd or something like that. Like that's how congested the league was at that point in time. It was fully in the mix, and then injuries to key players from there just left a shot.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because we were just talking about, obviously, we were talking about the mad prices in the Prem minute, and then obviously we started talking about Burton and how, like, Harry said, man's content with taking $5 million for your brother, innit? Yeah,
mate. If
the window opens tomorrow, innit?
I'm being realistic, yeah. With all these shit ton price tags with all these other players, mate, he should be being sold for about 10 million at least. If you want to put Elliot Anderson on 130, 40 million, Ty should be going for at least like 10 million. I'm being serious.
I'd agree with that, though. Not even from a bias thing. I'd agree with that.
Listen, at the end of the day, when you see man like Jay Stansfield going for fucking 15 million to Birmingham and that, like, yo, these deals, if you're good enough, someone will pay that dough. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not even like it can't happen, because we've seen that it can happen. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because Stansfield didn't do nothing in a Fulham shirt. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do nothing in a Fulham shirt for Birmingham to drop £15 million on him. I can't remember where he was. I think he was at...
no, it was at... when he at,
is it Exeter?
Exeter. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Exeter, innit?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Exeter still. Because he was... Wherever he was, his dad played before, innit?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Exeter still, but... Listen, at the end of the day, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you get what you need. It's as simple as that. You're League One, innit, Burton?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
So really and truly, a good summer window and, you know,
I already know what players I bring in, but these owners don't want to bring them in. I bring Ty's mate Odin Bailey straight to the club, who's a free transfer right now. It's not hard. It's so obvious who I bring in.
Yeah, that would be a good signing. Odin would be a good signing, to be fair.
Literally, Cohen Bramall as well. Like, easy. Apparently, to be fair, I shouldn't really say this, but fuck it. Apparently, he has been offered a contract to Burton, apparently.
Bomber. I said ITKH, you know what I'm saying?
IT Bromley.
IT, literally.
Apparently, yeah, meant to be signing 2 players this week, apparently.
Interesting.
Defender and a striker, apparently. Defender and a striker. So replace.
Get rid of Sibit.
Yeah, he's shit. I don't give a shit who on stream. He's fucking shit. He you know what? Let's be honest. Every single time, obviously, like wait for Ty and all that to come out, he comes out. He doesn't say a word. I don't give a shit. He's been shit all season. It's not good enough. If he said to me, Harry, what do you think of me? I'd be like, you know what? You seem like a really nice guy and all that, which I already know you are, but you're not good enough. That's what I'd say.
Do you know what? I think there's a real problem in today's game where players. See for me, yeah. See, if I was a professional, don't get me wrong, yeah. It's easy for people to say what they want in it about. He's this, he's that. Obviously, I'm the one kicking ball and you're the one watching, innit? So I hear that aspect, yeah, of where the player's coming from. But for me, even when I did play football, if someone's telling me that man's not doing this and man's not doing that, I'm gonna make it my mission to right your wrongs on me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I wouldn't necessarily look at you and think, oh, this guy's chatting shit. I'm gonna shut you up. You know like that. I'm gonna shut you up by doing my talking on the pitch, innit? I'm I'm not going to move funny with you, innit? But I think that's just where the game's at the minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't think these young guys can really take criticism or constructive criticism. I think they look at it as disrespect. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's where we're at now, especially these young guys. You know what I mean? Soon as a bad moment happens, these men are jumping on Twitter, they're jumping on Instagram, and they're putting out statements and shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, Mandem, it's been 2 hours and 5 minutes, man. Obviously, I know there's football on right now. People probably want to watch the football and that and go chill and that. But listen, I got to
I've had it on
jump
still.
out and that and go and do a couple bits.
Mate,
listen,
my work starts tomorrow. It does, man. Transfer window's open. I'll be putting pressure like shit on Burton Albion. I don't give a shit, mate. I really will. And they know what I'm saying, man. I know for a fact they do because I've even been told. I know it's the truth. So they better do not what I say, but they better like get their acts together and just do it all properly, basically. Because if we're done, if they don't.
So what are you saying? You got some transfer video content coming out, yeah?
Oh, mate. Not even just that, putting pressure on the club to keep certain players. You already know who I'm on about.
So where can they find you, H?
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Where can they find you?
Well, on socials, yeah.
Yeah. Go on, plug yourself in, man. Where can they find you?
Yeah, man. Bring me on tour on YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, that's where I'm at, man.
Listen, go and follow him up, man. That's peoples right there, bro. Proper
man.
peoples, man.
Go and subscribe.
KJ, what's going on, my brother? What you got going on?
Still need to drop this keep sell whatever video, to be fair. But
man trying to keep everyone
to work, bro. That's what it is. Keep falling asleep, fam.
Yeah, KJ, man. I've looked at your channel. Yeah, where's your content at, man? I was watching your videos earlier, you know.
Listen, I'm just my own time figured it. But come to
man said it's World Cup season. He said I'm taking a break. You know that.
Them ones. No, I'll drop things here and there, but things that I feel like it's worth it in it. Them ones, or I'll just run up just a genuine live or something like that. Don't have to be about anything in particular. It could just be about anything in it.
So we got what you got some so start bench sell. When you bringing that out?
This week.
Or when you looking to bring it out, shall I say? We don't want to put a date on it, you know what I mean?
Week. Definitely this week. It will drop this week, innit? Before Friday.
Okay. What are you saying? No, wait. Give us a quick plug-in. Harvey Elliott. Keep so bench.
Keep. Bench then. Bench. But I'll keep him bench, yeah.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing that drop anyway. And listen, there's a few players that I want to hear about, and you know what I mean.
What you got coming out though, Mr. Consistent?
Huh?
What you got coming out, Mr. Consistent?
Who, me? Listen, I can't lie to you. Listen, I'm trying to pattern up some shows with the guys, man. That's the next thing I'm looking at to do. I want to put some shows in place for next season. Obviously, right now, I was going to do a lot of World Cup content, but I just thought to myself, you know what, yeah? With it being the schedule that it is and the time zones and all of that, I'm just going to do what I can, innit? I'm not going to try and do too much. I'll just do what makes sense. And right now, I'm trying to pattern up for next season, innit? Really and truly, what I'm really looking in to do is just concentrate on what people got going on in the transfer market right now, innit? So as soon as any transfer news drop, if it's worth talking on, I'm going to drop it. I'm not really one of these people that really get into all the, this person said that. I'd rather just get into the news when the transfer, I know it's happening. You know what I mean? When there's concrete evidence that this thing's going to happen, man will talk on it. Other than that, I don't want to be hearing, Petty Gold said this and Fab said that and David said this and then me say it and then they reverse and something else happens and then man looks like an idiot and I've got to go and make a whole new video. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It don't make sense. So at the end of the day, just trying to move smart with it, man. But listen, obviously, MIDO wasn't here today for obviously other reasons. You get what I'm trying to say. But listen, I'm sure he'll be back next week.
Come
But
on,
listen,
man. You
man,
know
them.
MIDO will be back. Listen, the fact that he missed the show, you know he's gonna be even louder next week.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I was hoping to catch him today because I wanted to talk about this this Mateus Fernandez stuff, but obviously he ain't here. But I can ask you, man, if you want. What do you think? Man United, Mateus Fernandez. Before we cut
No,
out,
I think
what
it's
do
a
you
good
think?
signing for them.
You think it's a good signing?
Yeah, I think that potentially completes their midfield. You know, I'll be honest.
So what's their midfield for you? What? Kobe, Fernandez, and Fernandez.
Yeah. I know they got Edison, but that's my midfield. Bruno 10, have Kobe and friggin' Fernandez in the pivot.
They need to go get a Casemiro replacement big time. That's what they need.
I was just about to say this. I think there's too much youth in that midfield. There's too much youth in that double pivot, bro. Way too much youth in that double pivot.
That Tuchemeni from Real Madrid would be a good one, maybe.
I mean, they was actually linked with him when all that madness happened with what's his name again? Valverde. Yeah, Valverde. When all that madness happened with Valverde, they said that Man United were looking at him. But me personally, if I'm Man United, I'm going to look at Granit Xhaka, bro. You get me? Like, call me mad, yeah? I know, look, Harry just looked sideways. He's probably thinking, fucking Granit Xhaka, bro. But what I'm saying is, I'm not necessarily saying Granit Xhaka for on the pitch. I'm more talking about off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Especially with that midfield duo of Fernandez and Kobe. Yeah? Because if Fernandez and Kobe are there, and the general in that midfield is Bruno, at some point they're going to throw their toys at the fucking pram. Yeah? Because that's just the way. I don't give a fuck what no one tells me, yeah? Bruno was only so good this season, yeah? Because let's not forget, at the start of the season, and in the first half of the season, they was bashing this guy. Pause. Yeah? Saying, get the fuck out my club. Rare, tear, boom, boom, boom. Carrot comes in, changes the style, changes the approach. They start winning football matches. Bruno's the best thing since sliced bread now, yeah?
No, Bruno was still getting GA even.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't getting GA, but what I'm trying to say to you is the level of performances changed, yeah? He was getting GA, but the levels of performance wasn't there. If anything, the GA was helping their performances. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The GA was helping their performances.
Yeah, because I
remember early on, he missed the penalty.
I remember him had him in the pivot, and Carrick just basically put him back as the advanced 8. We're giving him the license to play the 10 as well, innit? That's
No,
why
I
you
hear
get
it.
the best
I hear
out
it.
of him.
Go on.
Same thing we were saying earlier about managers and systems and things like that.
No, I do hear that, but I'm saying for me personally, I don't think Bruno being the only general in that midfield will help them two young players, especially with him being a forward-thinking player. Do you understand? Yeah? I don't expect Man United to be forward-thinking 24/7. So at some point, you need some type of level of experience to come in, shore up the midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? Break up play, slow the game down, speed it up. Can Fernandez and Kobe keep their heads at such a young age for 90 minutes every single week? I don't think they can.
No, but that's what they have Edison for.
Yeah, but Edison is an unknown. Is an unknown fucking. You know what I'm saying?
In the Premier League, yeah, but
he's unknown, bro.
Based on his works in Europe, there's tangible evidence for them to say, okay, we want him to pretty much replicate what he's done at Atlanta and in the Champions League and Europa League in the Premier League. So by that metric, obviously this is before balls kicked, so I can understand it. Hence why I'm saying if they get Fernandez, do I still feel like they need a kind of destroying type 6? Yeah, but in terms of what they have now, and if they was to go and get Fernandez, like I said, that's why I genuinely feel like their midfield is complete. They have. So what you think?
Fernandez, Kobe, Edison is enough in terms of experience?
No, I think they need one more. I think they need one more. I think they need a
because they're going to sell Ugarte as well.
That's why I'm saying I feel like they need a destroyer type. But if they
Hey,
get
mate.
Fernandez and a destroyer, boom.
Instead of getting Edison, yeah, they should have may as well. You know what? They should have took a risk and go, what? You know, Belaber, you go 100 million. Let's take a risk with you. Fuck it. You're not been as good this season. Like it's gone, but fuck it. Why not?
Bro, Japan are starting to pepper Netherlands. You know,
What do you say?
they're starting to heat up.
Huh?
Japan are starting to pepper
Oh
Netherlands.
yeah. I've got the game on behind me, innit? Behind the PC.
Tell you,
I ain't really been watching it
these.
like that, but Japan are a good side, man. Japan are they're a good side, bro. I remember when they played at Wembley. Moved to us, bro. Moved to us differently. But listen,
Dark horses, man.
listen. 2 hours and 15 minutes, probably full of waffle, shenanigans, all of that. You get me? But listen, it's been a good one, man. Them I can't lie. 2 hours and 15 minutes. You get me? But listen, lock in with the bros. Them Brummy on tour.
Samina.
What's that there you're rocking, blood? What's that? Burton Albion. Is that what's going on now? We turn it to a Burton
Who was
Albion channel,
that?
lads.
Oh, mate.
Fucking hell.
If
Jeez.
it happens, yeah. Well,
This ain't no Arsenal show.
What you lot called again? The Brewers?
yeah.
You get me brewing something, man.
And if it happens, yeah, well, I think might happen, yeah. Last day of the transfer window, watch out for what I've got. So yeah, we will see. We will see.
Well, listen, eyes are peeled. Eyes are peeled. Listen, bomber. If that's what you're coming with, bombers, eyes are peeled. You know what I mean? But listen, Mandem, it's been a good one. I've got to fly out and do a couple bits. You get me? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out of here. But listen, lock in with the boys. This family over here, man. Trust me, man. Proper
man.
people. Yeah.
There.
We got the Mandem every time. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. And listen, I told you, yeah. Road to 250 subs. We're on 43, but it's road to 250 because I know there's a bag of man watching and you're not subscribing. So stop being a pagan, yeah, and subscribe to the Pussy Clark channel. It's as simple as that. It don't cost nothing. It's free. If you want to pop in and watch the videos after and not subscribe, you might as well just subscribe and tune in and watch them, man. Trust me, plenty more content coming. You get me? You're gonna see all of these faces: KJ, Brummy on tour, MIDO, probably Yas and all of them, man, as well. A lot more in it, because you know what I mean.
Man. All the
Community
GK.
over here, bro. That's what we do, bro. You get me? But listen, man, them, I got to shoot in it. So big up the man, them, big up the chat, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. It's been another episode of All Bleed Red. And we're out, man. We're out. You get me?